Hey everyone, welcome along to the Watchalong. Burnley versus Liverpool will be coming along in due course. Who I've got with me right now, though, is Mr. Stephen Hoare, looking good. How are you?
I'm great, mate. We look fabulous.
So good.
Cheers, Adidas.
So good. Dan fell foul of the fact that I've got this we got the same jacket. We'll change, mate. We'll swap it round. It'll be absolutely fine. Dan looking resplendent, though, in Redmen TV merch, which is more important in some ways.
Representing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I must admit, I was crestfallen when I seen you walking in that.
I put in the group chat this morning, can we all make sure we tell each other, because we all have got this gear now.
And yet didn't tell us what you were going to wear.
But I opted not to wear it for that reason.
I brought two with me. I've got a spare one in the boot.
Oh,
it just looks very similar.
Dan might have a spare one, but it's compacted down to this size in somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I also I wore, you know, the thing you wore the other day with like the balaclava inside bit. I wore that to play paddle yesterday morning. My word, that's a piece of kit. That special.
That might be the highlight of our entire unboxing video. Is me looking like some green ninja.
Among Us, it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Got to think the other day, but yeah, Among Us.
Dan's rocking. Get that on the Insta story, mate, so people can see
I'll box that.
How good you're looking in future. I'll be honest. Obviously, they sent us a bunch of stuff, but I went to the club shop and spent an absolutely stupid amount of money on other bits and pieces, and also buying the kids shirts for them as well.
Yeah, I got my lad the kit as well. But...
Welcome to our lives. Now, when you've got basically the best kits.
Oh no, I wouldn't pay for any of it, and I didn't. But
apart from the kids, though,
Lucas gets every kit every time, and
every kit,
and he's at the age now where he gets names and numbers on the back, which is an extra couple of quid.
So more than a couple of quid, though.
Have a guess. He's got all three shirts. Can you guess which three names and numbers he's got on the back?
Salah.
Yeah, red.
Vert.
White.
Gravenberch?
Oh, no, close. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
McAllister?
No. Virgil.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got to taste that.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Just wait for the goalie top to come out. And then
I'm not doing that.
Have you seen?
The goalie kit's amazing.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I must have picked that up.
There was talk, there was rumours going around that there was going to be a pink goalkeeper kit at one point, and my daughter was buzzing. So she was the only person in the world who was like gutted when that kit came out.
She's almost as crestfallen as Dan Club is.
That you always yeah. So I've had to go and buy her another pink into Miami kit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway,
welcome aboard to the Watch Along. We've got team news very, very soon indeed. We're a couple of minutes away from that. But before we delve into that, we are partnered with the wonderful people at oosh.co.uk. They currently have a draw running to get yourself hospitality tickets to Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. The link will be in the description. There is also a QR code that will be on screen throughout a variety of times on the stream as well. But yeah, if you head over, it looks a little bit like this. Or oosh.co.uk/product/ Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. They spelled Atletico.
Just click the link in the description.
Just click the link in the description. But yeah, if you use the code REDMEN, you get
20% off your entry fee. Yeah.
Thanks, Nick. I definitely forgot that. So yeah, use the code REDMEN, get 20% off. Get yourself in the draw. There are 199 tickets available for this, and right now 59 of them have been sold. So that's pretty good odds at this point if you want to go and get involved. And yeah, check our Insta feed out and what have you, because someone won tickets to the Liverpool Arsenal game the other week. Took some photos out of boss time and all that.
Community Shield, Derby games, tickets going for Usha sorting us out. Absolutely. By the way, it isn't just a ticket. You get £200 spending money and a night in a Liverpool apartment as well. So if you're travelling over and you think 8 PM can't make it, free gaff.
Get your head down afterwards.
Free gaff and 200 quid spends. I mean, go and get yourself in the club shop. 200 quid. Go and get some belter gear. It's an absolute no-brainer to enter that one.
Yeah, completely agree on that one. So yeah, if you want to come over, whether you're going to go anywhere and you want to go in style, or you've never been to Liverpool before and you're thinking, yeah, this could be my once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, then yeah, oosh.co.uk. I need to give it more oosh. Oosh. Yeah. Okay, we'll get you. So there you go. QR code. Scan the QR code. Laughing. Right. Thank you so much. We are probably team news out.
Not yet. I'm frantically refreshing over here.
Momentarily. One thing we do know, it's out now. Ian Doyle tweeted, and we'll probably get loads of heat for it. No Alexander Isak for Liverpool today. the first response was just someone saying boo, boo.
Echoes my sentiments. I was really looking forward to him. Guessing, obviously.
Bad news, Doyle.
Yeah, it's fitness related.
Dan Club with the team news. What have you got?
Yeah, hello. I'm just trying to frantically work it out myself.
Szoboszlai is playing at right back.
Szoboszlai is playing at right back, isn't he? Yes, there's no Bradley.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And McAllister's in, so the team I got was
McAllister in. Yeah, all right, let's do that like that. And then McAllister comes in there. Bradley on the bench. Bradley's not on the bench, about to fall off. Yeah. Right, there we go. Alisson Becker in goal. Dom Szoboszlai continues at right back. Interesting talking point there. Alongside Ibu Konate, obviously, Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kerkez. A midfield three of Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch, Flavien Wirtz. And a front three of Cody Gakpo, Hugo Ekitike, Mohamed Salah, no Isak as mentioned.
You've got to fix that, Bradley, mate. I can't let you carry on.
We'll get there.
No,
We'll get there. You say fix him. He's currently...
There you go.
Unfixable.
Madness.
Mamadashvili, Wataru Endo, Joe Gomez, Conor Bradley, Trey Naoni, Federico Chiesa, Andy Robertson, Rio Ngamoa, and returning Jeremy Frimpong.
Once again, Dan, I take huge umbrage with your positioning of substitutes. Did you never play Championship Manager?
That's all I played, exclusively.
So did you not have a pattern to how your subs were laid out?
Not really, no.
You just lashed them all in?
I've said this before, I normally got rid of the keeper and replaced him with a striker, so I was all over the gaff.
Oh, God. Yeah. I can't get behind that.
There you go.
Can't get behind that. It's got to be almost like in team order for me. It's goalkeeper, then your defenders, then your defensive midfielders, attacking midfielders, wingers, forwards. Agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments. I can't. It's, the Wataru Endo was up there, like it's fine. I was like, this is all really good. Can we just sorry, Aaron, can we just put him on screen again? Because we'll talk through this. Like, is Dan's formation for substitutes. Endo, Gomez, Bradley. I'm like, cool. But then, like, there we go.
More like that.
Robertson, get Robertson up there, mate.
No, see, Robbo for Endo.
Yeah,
Endo's a midfielder in this scenario.
I do get it. I do understand where you're coming from.
Switch
but
Endo.
Would Gomez not be better?
No,
right?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's acceptable.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
I'll switch Endo with Frimpong as well, if I was being really pedantic.
As long as we're not touching Conor Bradley, we can do what we want. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Let me know your thoughts then in the comments, everyone. That'd be much appreciated. It is... it's
a strong team.
The absence of Isak, and obviously we know Curtis Jones is injured as well, that is always likely to be what the team is going to be.
No, see, I disagree. I just presume one of the right backs would be playing right back. Okay. We've got three of them on the bench. There might have been an idea that one of them could have played again. We don't know exactly where these lads are at fitness-wise, and we all thought maybe it was a positive that Conor Bradley played all them minutes for Northern Ireland in the international break. Maybe he's come back and he just isn't quite there in terms of starting level yet. So we don't. Obviously, these guys know all the information better than us. And by the way, there's a Champions League game on Wednesday and a Merseyside derby early kick-off on Saturday. So this is the time now. It's been that easy for Arne Slot recently. He's just been pick your best team. Now it's the first time where you've got to have one eye going forwards as well. But yeah, I'm surprised McAllister's in. He usually doesn't come back from internationals. Amazing. Now I know he only played one of them, Paul, and it was Tuesday night, which is a massive difference. Tuesday to Sundays from those like Thursday, Saturdays that sometimes he was doing. But I would have played Conor Bradley, fitness permitting, and I'd have put I think I'd have had Szoboszlai in midfield. But it's a very, very strong Liverpool 11.
Did Conor go away?
He played both games.
90 of both.
That.
But I just presumed him playing those games means he's ready now, but he might just be fatigued more than...
But therein lies the problem with Conor Bradley, is you have to be careful. Obviously, we know Frimpong's only coming back from hamstrings as well. I wonder whether there's just a little bit of... Steve, he's kicking his Szoboszlai problem down the road another few days, because I don't think he wants to play Szoboszlai in that two-man midfield ahead of either McAllister or Gravenberch. And if a three-man midfield ahead of Wirtz. So he's playing really well at full-back. Give him another game there and then maybe revisit it in midweek.
Yeah, potentially. Like I say, he's winning the game, but he's also looking after guys as well. Frimpong's no surprise, back off a hamstring injury. He'll be brought back slowly, of course. It might be the same with Bradley, so I'm guessing it's that. And listen, Szoboszlai's been our best player at right back in the last 2 weeks, so it might just be a case of, like you said, that might just be what Arne Slot thinks his best team is. Now, what I would say about Slot, maybe I'm contradicting myself a little bit here, he just picks the team, and he goes, what team is going to win this game? He doesn't really give a fuck about, like, opinions or like how the players are feeling, really. He just goes, I'm going to win this game, and it served him so well. Like he's not one who's that bothered by all this kind of stuff. So you might just think, you know what, they're both fully fit, but Szoboszlai's been my best right back for the last couple of weeks. I'm just going to pick him again, and it makes sense. You know, Burnley are the most direct team in the Premier League so far this year, and maybe that plays a part into it as well. Maybe a little bit more physicality from Szoboszlai. So there's plenty of talking. Which I'm just gutted he's actually on the bench, if I'm honest. Like I think it's a real shame. I don't know. Again, after he's taken part in training sessions, he's played for Sweden. He's clearly not ready, but I was really looking forward to a little cameo towards the end of the game.
We spoke about this on our show the other week about how we kind of did this with Torres back in the day. Obviously, he has his explosive sort of breakout moment against Chelsea, but then he's used quite sparingly for a little bit to get him kind of up to speed. Slot said himself in the press conference that he's not had a pre-season at all. Yep. The worst thing you can do is spend that much money, tail a player all summer long and then injure him in the first week of owning him. So what's the point? Ekitike's playing well. As far as bench options go, Rio and Chiesa both had impacts on the season so far. So fine.
Just disappointing, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. There's people in the comments saying Chiesa's not there. Chiesa is there. He's on the bench. And there's a good comment here about Szoboszlai from Rob B, and he says, it's Sobo's shirt, lads. And
it might be that. It might be that.
Well, what do you think on that, Dan? Because, yes, Szoboszlai has done a very, very good job at right back so far.
No, he has. There's no two ways about it. I was more in Steve's camp in so much as when you see both right backs training, one of them's gone away and done a lot of minutes internationally, you do just anticipate and expect that they will naturally replace Dominic Szoboszlai and be our right back again. But there's no two ways about it. Szoboszlai's done more than enough to mean that is his shirt and is his place in the side for the coming weeks. I think the balance of the midfield is interesting. The reason I didn't have him there was because what I've just mentioned about the right backs, but also the fact that McAllister, whilst he did play those 90 minutes in midweek for Argentina, prior to that match, Argentina manager literally came out and said he's not ready, he's not 100% fit, and then proceeded to give him 90. So I was a little bit like, okay, with all the travelling involved, plus those minutes, plus, as you rightly mentioned, he doesn't normally return very well from international breaks anyway. There was a game against Wolves last season or season before where he had an absolute stinker, got dragged at half-time. So I just thought they'd drip-feed McAllister back in, and that would just mean Szoboszlai naturally moves into there with no Jones, and again 60 minutes of Conor Bradley, 30 minutes of Frimpong. But to the point and to the question, if you're asking me based on form right now, who's our most in form at it right back, the answer's Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yeah, absolutely. You're changing a winning team, and there's no real need to do that right now. You have to do that in midweek, and then you'll have to do that at the weekend, and then you have to do the midweek, and so on and so forth. This is this feels like, you might as well just stick with the continuity of what you've had so far. There's no one there anyway for me on the bench, if Isak's not being deemed fit enough, Steve, that you would make, yes, Bradley makes sense, because Bradley, you think, is our right back, or Frimpong certainly started the season there. But given to Szoboszlai's form, it all sort of adds up to there was no real need for him to do anything wild with the team selection today.
No, but all he's doing, he's just picking all four of his centre mids in one game, which you're looking at rotation down the line. That's when that becomes a bit tricky, because we don't know how long Curtis is going to be out. But you are right. Also, like Liverpool, they return training Thursday, Friday, so they've had a few sessions. Mm-hmm. He's clearly, again, he's probably just thought, looking at all these, who's the freshest, who's the best, and he's gone for 11. It's really important, like I say, to continue winning, and you can kind of cross the next bridge when you get to it, and all he does, he gets back on Monday morning and he looks at Atletico Madrid, then he goes, right, who I forgot, and then he just plays it by ear, because given other results that have happened over the last few days, again, there's a massive opportunity. Liverpool can be 4 from 4, and they should, Liverpool should beat Burnley, but you don't want to count your chickens and all that kind of stuff. And I wouldn't have done it based on if I was picking the team thinking everyone was 100%, but clearly they're not. So,
but we had this after the Community Shield where we looked at Liverpool and they had Rio and Chiesa on the bench, Dan, and we didn't bring either of them on when we were chasing a goal. And Slot said afterwards about Chiesa, he's only just come back and we've got to be careful of him. It was like, well, he doesn't rate him at all. But then in the games that follow, both Chiesa and Rio and Gamoa have positive impacts. So it probably is just as simple as that of he's managing for the rest of the season, not necessarily what we want to see in the here and now. And if he needs to protect his right back so that he's got right backs for the rest of the season, this is probably what it looks like.
Yeah, most definitely that. Yeah, and you go with a hot hand as well, don't you? And that comes back to Szoboszlai, and he most definitely is that right now. So it's interesting, and Steve alluded to it earlier on. I think you did as well, Paul, in terms of kicking the can down the road and fitting Dom Szoboszlai, is probably the most informed footballer right now into that midfield. Feels really tricky, because I think we're important that we get McAllister in there, likewise Gravenberch and Florian Wirtz, obviously. So it's a really interesting conversation, but it's not one for today because he probably managed to sort of square it off with the right backs in his own mind because there's more games to come, and obviously the fixtures are thick and fast now for the foreseeable. So you're right, he's managing a period of time really when the games are going to be really, really intense, and the opposition likewise. So it's a fascinating one. But yeah, on the Isak thing, for me, it is just a disappointment that he isn't featuring today because we're all really excited about it. But as you rightly said earlier, Arne Slot said we've signed him for 6 years, not the next 6 weeks. So unfortunately, Powder is going to have to be kept dry on that one. But for today, this should be more than enough. And I'm sure Arne Slot would like to manufacture us into a position whereby we can make changes. We get some more minutes into the likes of Bradley and Frimpong because, as you touched on, that's going to be really important over the next few weeks.
I think as well, the formation might suit that Burnley are playing as well. They started the season with a back five and then quickly changed it to a 4. And if they are going to be like this 4-2-3-1 match for match, and it's Szoboszlai against Antony, who I suppose has been their best attacker in terms of output. Again, maybe the manager's just thinking throwing Bradley straight back into it if he's not 100%. And this Neil, I'm sure he'll get on. I'm sure there'll be a sub at some point. That is Bradley or Frimpong from McAllister. I'm convinced that'll happen. Szoboszlai play the full 90. So maybe he's just starting with Szoboszlai over there. And like I say, the midfield battle will be interesting because again, Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz. That is the midfield. I presume if you asked every Liverpool supporter at the start of the season what's Liverpool's best 11 going into the year, I think most people probably would have had Szoboszlai on the bench, and I think most people would have had that as the starting midfield 3. So no massive surprises that's where he's gone to against the. Burnley's midfield is workmanlike, but that there's the quality of Liverpool. What we don't want, Paul, is to get into a fight. We want to have the ball and we want to dominate the ball. We want to be able to play it, and that midfield allows you to do that. And then you've still got the dynamism of Szoboszlai at right back. So I think it's probably Liverpool's team is probably stronger at this moment in time with Szoboszlai right back, which is isn't it funny how seasons change very, very quickly? That was never a thing. No. And then you stumble upon it and it's all right. And it's similar to Ryan Gravenberch. Right, Liverpool just stumbled over, I'm going to DM, okay, Ryan, have a go. And he played there. Listen, there is nothing to suggest that Szoboszlai just isn't Liverpool's right back for the next 6 weeks. We don't know that, we're just presuming loads of things.
And look, I think the sensible move is to presume not, because we know he's not done enough of it, and you tend to find that players get moved into positions to do all right for a bit, and then it becomes a desire thing, and so like you can do a job for a few, but if you're like, well, this is my life, I don't really want this to be my life, and that becomes a problem. But I think there's probably a conversation that goes with, if you turn around to Szoboszlai this morning and gone, okay, mate, I've got a decision for you. Do you want to play right back and start, or do you want to play centre mid and be on the bench? And he's gone right back.
Yeah, because
I think he's been our best player so far this season. I think in all round performances, every single game, and I know he got a bit of criticism for that little flick that gave away the ball, in the Bournemouth game. But I thought his all round contribution to the team was sensational on the day, and has been all season long. So he's in the team. You'd rather be in the team than not in the team. So yeah, look, he's rising to it at the moment. Fair play to him. Just a couple of comments from people about Leone not being on the bench. And again, two things. The two last points on the sort of selection, I guess, is no Leone on the bench. Why? And then someone saying that the bench doesn't look very strong. And I want to pick on that. But Dan, I'll start with Leone. 18 years old. I'm not sure who he comes in for.
No, it's a really interesting one. I was quickly trying to fathom that myself, really. I suppose Trey would be a viable option, but then you really like a midfield option as well. You've only really got Endo there, and obviously he's very much I'm not going to call him one-dimensional, but he is very much a finisher. He comes on late in games and tries to get you over the line, whereas Trey offers a bit more in an attacking sense, so you need that on there with no Curtis Jones obviously available to us today. So yeah, there isn't really a natural swap. I guess you could argue you have got 3 right backs, as you alluded to, Steve, so maybe there could have been something there to get another centre back on instead, but really it's much of a muchness. The only thing I would say on the only point, and I take the point wholeheartedly, because 18, yes. 27 Serie A appearances. Liverpool have signed him for the here and now. Clearly, that's kind of why we didn't loan him back out, and that's why we spent so much money on him, and clearly we back his potential and his talent. Where's he getting his footy? Like, there's a Southampton game next week, so the obvious answer is there. But in the meantime, since he arrived, he hasn't kicked the ball in anger. He hasn't played a competitive minute yet, whether that be senior level, under 21s, whatever. Like, he just hasn't played. Like, if he's not going to be on today's bench, and I know Liverpool will be guarded against him playing yesterday if he's under 21s, for example, in case anything mad happened with any of these lads. But ultimately, he's got to play football. If he's going to develop, he needs to play some sort of football. Somewhere like training day in, day out with ease is great, but nothing beats competitive action. And as it stands now, he's a month or so into his Liverpool career and he hasn't kicked the ball competitively yet. Like, I don't know. There's got to be something done there.
But this goes back to the squad thing, and just to pick this up on the bench point, Steve, is that something in the bench looks a bit weak, and I kind of get what people are saying, but
there's no striker. There's no out-and-out striker.
But you're adding Isak and you're adding Jones in there, and that's it then. That's like, and you could argue Leone, but goes back to my point. Right now, if to put Leone in, you're taking attacking options away and adding more defensive options, or you're swapping one defensive option for another. And in terms of a pecking order thing, he's behind Gomez in the pecking order as a centre-half. And he doesn't play midfield, so we can't, so Endo, you get that double bubble with him if you really need to. Everything else it gives us attacking impetus. Maybe there's a world where if Isak's on the bench, you don't need all those other attacking players in different positions, I guess. But the Leone stuff's fine. I get what you're saying, Dan. I just for whom, Gomez is above him in the pecking order. Yeah. So you're making your bench worse by putting Leone in instead of Gomez.
I think it's mad. For me, sorry, who's getting dropped off? Like, you can't put him on the bench at the Gomez. That's just ridiculous. He's the fourth choice centre back. You don't need two centre backs on your bench when you've got Endo. It's just obvious. Like, I don't even think it's a discussion. Yeah. And when he plays his footy, who gives a fuck? Hopefully, never.
Well, he needs to.
Yeah, but I don't care, because hopefully that means Konate, Van Dijk and Gomez are fit. If he plays in the League Cup games every round till Liverpool get to wherever, and the FA Cup, sound like he's 18. His time will come. Don't stress about him. Like, you can't.
18-year-old centre-half should be, no matter how good they are, should probably be nowhere near.
He's fourth choice. And by the way,
he should be playing on 21s footy, to my point.
He might. And if Liverpool assigned Mark Gay, he wouldn't even be anywhere near this. Yeah. Like, so it's don't worry about him. He's fine. His time will come. Gomez offers you the ability to play at right back. Endo can play in midfield and centre half. It's a non-story. He'll be on the bench in the Champions League games when you can have a bigger bench, and he'll get his game time. Like, for me, the lack of a striker is more pressing. I understand Chiesa can play centre forward and has done centre forward, but that's the only one I'm like, that's why I was really disappointed again. I'm with John Isak, don't rush it. If he's not ready, he's not ready. I'm just talking from a purely emotional point of view. I was just ready to see that fella with a big 9 on his back stroll onto the pitch.
I wanted 20 minutes off the bench, or 10 minutes off the bench, just so you can see we got. But also, as part of it was going, don't ruin his goals to games ratio. Wait till he's fully fit and then unleash him, so you're not damaging that for the future.
By the way, it's worth mentioning, when you have Bradley and Gomez on your bench, Frimpong becomes an attacking option as well. Like, there's no, you could easily put Jeremy Frimpong in an attacking area further forward if you wanted to as well.
That's how he has to be utilised, I think, because you can't get Bradley and Frimpong in a right back. So I think Frimpong definitely is the Mo Salah understudy for this match, personally.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I just want to point out a couple of questions. LFC asked, "Where's the 3 right backs?" And can anyone answer the question for him in the comments section? Whoa, come on.
In the comments, sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, come on. We know where the 3 right.
Oh, I see.
It's fine.
Okay.
But I want to, if someone wants to help them out. That'd be great. And there is another one here, which has moved so very, very quickly. And I will find probably... Oh, yeah. Someone talking about Dubravka. Yeah, is everyone here ready for Martin Dubravka to have another one of the games of his life?
Well, he left 3 in against Man United and 3 in against Tottenham, but he had a really good international break. The interesting thing on Burnley is that they're in the Premier League mainly last year based on how good their defence was. They were, their lack of conceding goals was ridiculous. James Trafford had that massive run of clean sheets. But they have played, 3 Premier League games. They conceded 3 in 2 of them. Now, they did well to keep a clean sheet against Sunderland. It's worth mentioning, and that was at home. So there's definitely something to hang the hat on in terms of the Turf Moor defensive record. And Dubravka's a good goalie. I think if you're going to lose James Trafford, he's about as good as you're going to get as a replacement. With all due respect to Burnley, you're probably going to have to get an aging veteran goalie who's decent. So he's a good goalie.
Rafa Benitez knows good goalies, and he was a Rafa Benitez pick for Newcastle back in the day.
He's a good, and he had a really good international break. I think he was man of the match in both games.
He's better than Trafford.
Yeah.
Really?
As a fundamental goalkeeper. That's better his feet. I think Dubravka might be a better goalkeeper.
For where they are in the league, to have someone who's just a guy who's been there and done it all, I think that's important. Right, the big one, Mr. J Mango says, Elliot's number 9 at Villa, and someone else says, of all the things that bent my head on football over the weekend, Harvey Elliott taking the number 9 shirt at Aston Villa is fair. I can't even say fair play. That's another one of the things, my huge bugbears about modern football.
Squad numbers.
Yeah, you're making a problem for yourself in the future. That someone's going to come in at that football club in the next 3 to 5 years who's going to be desperate for that number 9 shirt, and they're going to end up with something weird.
It was interesting. By the way,
really interesting. Anyway, by the way,
on that game. I travelled abroad yesterday, so I had the choice of watching every game.
Sure.
Yeah. And I thought, which of the Premier League games shall I watch at 3 o'clock? I mean, I'll be honest, yesterday, I sat and watched early kick-off, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I had nothing on. It was brilliant. I chose Everton v Villa because I've realised something about me. I need to hate watch.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to care who wins. In pure footballing terms, Bournemouth Brighton's probably a better game just to watch.
Yeah.
But I need someone to love.
That's not your bag,
I need someone to hate or love.
Yeah.
And I hate Everton for obvious reasons. And I was just thinking Harvey's going to come on and score. Aston Villa rubbish. I mean, if Everton had a striker, they would have won that game. But it was interesting when Harvey come on in that number 9. They obviously give him a little bit of stick. He didn't do anything. Like it was just like a complete. But it was bizarre seeing a little tiny attacking midfielder come on number 9.
Can we talk, by the way, and we'll do most of this on Monday's Bias Football pod, of course, but the Liverpool connection at Brentford's absolutely rocking up and ruining Chelsea's weekend.
I've got a stat for you. Go on. Martin Dubravka's played 10 games against Liverpool. How many goals has he conceded?
10.
Way more.
Yeah, I was going to say good. 25.
26.
Touch wood. Oh, that's a lot of goals.
2-0, 4-0, 3-2, 3-1, 3-1, 1-1, 3-1, 1-0, 2-0, 4-2.
Well, let's hope this trends more towards the 3 than the 2.
Well, it's doubled in the last 3 games. It went 1-2-4. So on that logic, we're going to win 8-0.
8, don't mind it.
Yeah. You can't argue that logic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm here for that. So a little reminder then of the team for those interested. Alisson, Kerkers, Van Dijk, Kanate and Szoboszlai. It is Gravenberch and McAllister as a double pivot with Wirt ahead of them. It is Cody Gakpo, Hugo Ekitike and Mohamed Salah as well leading the line. A quick look at the Burnley side. I'm not going to profess to know anything about this team, mate, other than this is why we're talking about Martin Dubravka.
Kyle Walker?
Yeah, Kyle Walker, obviously. I'm really, really, really hoping, and I think it's known by now that Kyle Walker's legs have gone.
It's the reason he plays for Burnley.
It's the reason why he plays for Burnley. But I remember calling this a couple of seasons ago. People go, no, don't be stupid. They haven't gone. I was like, honestly, they've gone. I would like to see the continued demise of Kyle Walker today.
When Mason Mount did him for pace, he didn't concede the penalty in the end. It got overturned, but that was when you realised that. Yeah, you're right. And listen, I like Kyle Walker. He's had some good games against us. He's also had some stinkers. Like Sadio Mane used to eat him for breakfast. And then Luis Diaz started getting into him a little bit, and now it's Cody Gakpo's turn. And you're all right. It's a very different iteration of Kyle Walker. I mean, he hasn't got that recovery pace anymore. So I believe I saw Man United definitely target him. All game. And Man United were going for that big switch in behind him and got some success. And I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool, especially with Szoboszlai right back, to put that switches onto Gakpo.
Well, you've got Gakpo aerially should have him, because you saw this with Trippier the other week. That we did a similar thing. We went high long. Ekitike can drift over to that side, double up on Kyle Walker, see if you can get an advantage. And you've got the option there to unleash Kerkers as well if you need to at some point down the line. Whether you do that from the off with Szoboszlai right back, I'm not particularly sure, but we'll definitely see in due course. Let us know score predictions, what you're looking forward to seeing. What do you know about Burnley? Because I know, I say Dubravka, Walker, I've heard of Cullen and Anthony only because my son ended up with him in his fantasy team,
right so far.
And he's done really well so far. That is the long and short of my Burnley knowledge. What I'm hoping for is my broad understanding is they've not gone back to dice ball, and they're not as stupid as company ball. There's somewhere
they are the most direct team in the
balanced.
league, but they're not. It's not set pieces all the time. They'll try and hit Lyle Foster and play off him or go wide. And again, listen, that's exactly what Bournemouth did. They tried to target Kirkers aerially, and so did Arsenal. So we wouldn't be surprised if Scott Parker's looked at the same thing and thought maybe they can do something over there as well. I guess, but I thought Kirkers dealt well, with Madueke. Madueke's been playing really well recently, and Kirkers didn't allow him to do much, which bodes well, I think, for him. So that is something you're probably looking out for. The biggest threats, like I say, Anthony and Foster, but I did hate watch against Man United. I had an aforementioned hate watch. They conceded a lot of chances to Manchester United. In the end, it was a scruffy Man United opener. It was a dodgy own goal, and then a late stupid foul in the box. But if the likes of Mbuemo and Cunha had their shooting boots on, it could have been 5 or 6. It really could have. So they do concede chances. It was the same against Spurs. Spurs blitzed them early and quickly. But what you don't want is to get to, give them encouragement, get to 60 and it's 0-0, and you want to kind of demoralise this kind of team early and make them think, let's just fight another day.
Udig says, lads, who's everyone saying first goal scorer? Florian Wirtz is due something, isn't he? Whether this is the game, that it'd be interesting to see what type of Burnley this is, because he's had a real assortment of Premier League experience, even going back to the Community Shield, playing against Will Hughes, was that's one of those wonderfully uniquely English experiences. Go on, Danny, do you reckon first goal?
Go to Gakpo.
Aforementioned Kyle Walker rinsing.
Yeah.
Cuts inside.
Inside.
Bang. I'll have that.
I'm going to go Ekatike to go 4 in a row. If we count the Charity Shield as a game. Okay. It's technically...
For that purpose, yes, we do.
It would be 5, wouldn't it, if that was the case? No, we did.
No.
He didn't score against Arsenal, so that's out of the way. 4 out of 5. 4, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. As
cool.
Meatloaf didn't say. Maybe should have. Listen, mate, I'll be honest, right? I think Ekatike is made for the Premier League just based on him.
Yeah.
And I think he's made for this type of game because he's big enough and physical enough. And against Newcastle, he tried to rough him up and he laughed it off. And he's clearly excellent technique. And he's got that ability, from what I've seen very early, Paul, to just find goals, like mad angles or mad shots, or like, oh my God, how's that gone in, finding corners. And I think there will be times where Burnley are very much a bank of 4-4. Gotcha. And 4-5 and trying to work through them. And he looked like the type of fella who can find himself half a yard. So I reckon Hugo gets another goal today.
I'm happy, absolutely happy with that. Yeah, and whether it's first or not, I reckon Florian Wirtz has got a goal on him today, which I've been made.
Who's on free kicks?
I mean, it'd have to be. I don't think Szoboszlai should ever be allowed to take a free kick for us ever again after that. By the way, because you're never doing that again. That's one of those 1 in a million that you hit that 50 times and 50 times it goes absolutely out of the stadium. So we should probably move it on to Wirtz or something.
I know, I'm not a massive rugby fan or expert, but I know, because of our mates who played it, they have kickers at different distances. Okay. So there's a fella who takes the penalties from really far out and absolutely webs it. That should be Szoboszlai. The little cute ones, maybe that's Wirtz after what he did in midweek. Yeah. I don't think Szoboszlai got it in him to just a little up and over kind of thing. Roberto Carlos is fabulous. What a comment that is. Roberto Carlos is
He's won the stream there, mate.
Fantastic.
Krzyzewski has absolutely won the stream before we even really got going.
Yeah, absolutely. And then maybe Florian. Real Madrid had it with Beckham and Carlos, didn't he? Anything over a certain distance was Carlos's, and anything within a distance was Beckham's. And maybe Wirtz, because his free kick was equally as impressive the other day.
Absolutely. Right. Okay. Oh, just want to say as well, I just seen the sad news that Ricky Hatton passing as well, which is mad. One of the stunning things is how much older than me he isn't. I just presumed he was how much older.
It was obviously
bad times.
Him around the mid 2000s. I was saying, in terms of cultural icons and movements of Britain, he was when he beat Costa Zoo around that time, and he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, and he was an icon of British sport, really. Yeah, it's very, 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 very sad news. And I know he'd had his trouble, hadn't he? But it appeared like he was coming the other side of it. But it's very sad news. He was I've met him, unbelievable fella, bit of stick on the Manchester Liverpool thing, as you do. It was not long. It was basically when City was killing us every week, and he was happy to give a little bit of stick at one of those Q&A things. He was a top fella.
Absolutely. Just before we go, Thrun Gaming says, not complaining, but where is Chris? Is it his wedding anniversary? Is this what he's done?
I mean, it feels like you are complaining.
Yeah.
Imagine your missus. I'm not complaining, but like I didn't orgasm this day. Feels like you're complaining.
One of us had a good time there, like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, Chris hasn't done a watch along yet.
Has he not?
No, because he was away in Thailand, and then it was a home game, which, by the way, he gave up his ticket for to come and work in the production side. So that's the selfless man he is. And then today, his exact message to me was, because I do the schedule of us, obviously, it was like, Steve, I fucked up. It's my wedding anniversary. Can someone please cover the game? So, hi. No, it's actually Dan.
It's actually me.
Dan was going to be off today. I was going to be over there.
Hi, I organised Dan coming in. Well done, Steve. Okay, cool. There you go. That answers your question. Stay around. We're here all the way through to the end of the match as well. So no need to go anywhere. Just keep the stream running. Drop a like if you would be so kind, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And do go over to oosh.co.uk. Get your name in the draw for the Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid hospitality package and hotel and spending money. Ridiculous. Link in the description underneath. There'll be a bit from the gaffer, and then Dan will be back getting more of your thoughts ahead of the game.
A deal for Alexander Isak over the line, not getting a deal for Mark Gay over the line, and Harvey Elliott leaving the club.
Yeah. So a lot of things happened on the last day, which is not always the situation, because last season we hardly did anything during the whole window. But the thing that pleases me most is, of course, is us getting the deal from Alex over the line. Richard, ownership, everyone involved worked so hard to get that deal done, and it's very good for the club, for our fans, for the players, for me, that all the work they've put in resulted in Alex signing for us.
How close were you to getting the deal for Mark Gay over the line, and therefore what chance is there that you will go back in for him? What chance do you feel there is that he will become a Liverpool player in the next 12 months?
I think it would be a bit ridiculous if I'm going to deny that we were close to signing him. That is so out in the open that would be ridiculous. These things happen in football. It happened to our players maybe in the past as well, that they thought they were so close on signing somewhere else, and then in the last moment things changed. And this can happen, and for me, we would have liked to sign him, of course, because we were in for him, and he was, like I've said many times, if we can feel we can strengthen the team with a chance in the market, we never hesitate to do so, and that's what we try to do. But we played 1 or 2 days before, we played Arsenal, where Ibu and Virgil played an outstanding game, and Joe came in 20 minutes before the end, Joe Gomez, and did outstanding as well. With us signing Giovanni Leone, who had his first international call-up, and Ryan and Watto that can play there. So it's not like all of a sudden we don't have options in that position anymore. It's a pity, but not only for us, but also for the player, I think. But he's in a good place, playing at Palace, where he won the Charity Shield and the FA Cup with a very good manager as well. So let's see what the future brings for him.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Redmen TV and the part of the day where we have a chat about literally anything you want ahead of Liverpool taking on Burnley at Turf Moor. Domestic football is back. Real football is back. Apologies to anybody who loves the international breaks, but they are very much not for me. Not for me in a footballing sense. Very much for me in terms of doing real life stuff and not focusing my entire existence on Liverpool and results around us. But yeah, from an enjoyment perspective, yeah, international football can stay where it is. How are we? First off, hope we are good. Let's talk about the team. Let's talk about the bench. Let's talk about score predictions. Let's talk about Burnley, how the game might go. Literally, I say anything you want. You are in control of the next 25 minutes or so. Douglas Duga is eagerly anticipating the matchup of Cody Gakpo versus Kyle Walker. We had a quick chat about Kyle and his now diminishing pace, I think it's fair to say. He's taking his surname quite literally, in the literal sense these days. He's not quite as capable or able to cover up his
deficiencies defensively by just being able to run really quick. That's how I kind of look at Kyle Walker. I think his positioning and a lot of his decisions were, he got away with them because he was rapid and his recovery pace made any mistake seem non-existent, but he doesn't quite own that these days, which is better. Any clarity on the Konate situation? No, there's been a lot of Konate chat. I know Steve spoke to Paul Gorse midweek on Journo about the Konate stuff, but it's still, for me, if you want my personal opinion on it, I'm still very much allowing myself to just assume he will end up as a Real Madrid player next summer. And probably for free. And we're almost going to do a bit of a Gahey in, Konate out, swap deal with Crystal Palace, not really getting anything from it. Is kind of how I'm looking at the situation, and just coming to terms with that as quickly as possible. Because whilst a lot of people still question Konate, I think his level on his day is crazy high. I really, really do. I don't think Gahey quite has the same ceiling, but Konate's consistency maybe doesn't stack up. But yeah, honestly, I'm just thinking he's just going to be a Real Madrid player. And the quicker we come to terms with that and realise that, the better. Been thinking about Szoboszlai, his high energy, excellent passing range, defensive competence and natural ability to invert. Could he be the Trent Alexander-Arnold replacement? John T. asks. I'm really interested by the Szoboszlai stuff, full stop. And obviously, he continues to play right back in spite of Conor Bradley and Jamie Frimpong both being on the bench, and obviously you could throw Joe Gomez into that mix as well if you really wanted to. That's nice. But yeah, Szoboszlai's been excellent there. There's no hiding from that. He's been absolutely incredible. Obviously comes up with a winner as well to show his more attacking tendencies against Arsenal and his quality, full stop. But ultimately, whilst all the points made in the initial comment about what he offers and his attributes and what he adds to the team is all accurate, I just don't see a world where he can be our right back for a prolonged period, not with Bradley and Frimpong on the bench. Like, if you fast forward to AFCON and you do need Frimpong to be Mo Salah backup, understudy, whatever, or he comes in to decide for him whilst he's away, then that's fine. I think then maybe Szoboszlai can be a right back option then. But as it is, with those two fit, ready to play, I just don't... How can you have Dom Szoboszlai playing out of position with two right-backs waiting in the wings? Ultimately, if it's a pecking order thing and if it's a form thing and Arne Slot just picking the best team to win any given game of football, and it is Szoboszlai is the right option there, then so be it. But again, I come back to it. When you've got two out-and-out right-backs, two high-quality out-and-out right-backs, one of whom has waited in the wings for his opportunity, he's been quite patient behind Trent, he's had to step in when necessary and performed admirably, and then some. There's been times where it was Trent and Conor Bradley fighting out, and people felt like Conor Bradley maybe deserved the shirt. So he's kind of fought off that battle. Trent's gone. Conor Bradley thinks, here we go, my opportunity, rubbing his hands together. And we go and sign Frimpong, 30-odd million. Conor Bradley might look at that as another gauntlet thrown down, another challenge for that shirt. So he's up for that fight. As I mentioned, we've spent that money on Frimpong, and then you're going to give the shirt to Dom Szoboszlai, the attacking midfielder we spent 70 million on. Like, circumstances sometimes dictate stuff, and if it's a happy accident that we fell upon and Szoboszlai is just a boss right back and that's it forever, then great. I just struggle to see it having any sort of medium to long-term future, personally. I just think naturally at some point, probably even midweek, maybe the derby next week, Conor Bradley will come in, Frimpong will come in, and they'll be our right backs for the foreseeable. And Szoboszlai will go into the rotation of McAllister, Wirtz, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones when he's fit as well. But let's wait and see. And to this point here, Bradley, thus far in his Liverpool career, hasn't been able to stay fit. So that is another spanner in the works of that conversation. When it comes to Conor wanting to nail down that right back spot, he has to prove that. He has to prove that in terms of his form, performances, and fitness. And he's yet to do that. Jamie Frimpong just arrived at the football club, injured 2-3 weeks into his Liverpool career from obviously a competitive standpoint. So there's still question marks over those two. And again, whilst it's a Szoboszlai shirt, so be it. I just think at some point it will run its course and we'll see an actual bona fide right back there. But let's just wait and see. SKD says, wonder how his progress is going and when will he be playing for us? This is on Leone, of course. Yeah. I loosely touched upon this earlier because not involved at all today in the squad. Obviously, there's the Carabao Cup game against Southampton next week, which feels absolutely penciled in
permanent market in as his first start, certainly, and probably his first minutes, I would suggest, for us. But to me, I do just wonder, and it's still very early, so I'm not jumping to any conclusions, or I'm not really that annoyed about it yet, but I do wonder where he's getting football from, because the Carabao Cup's one thing, the FA Cup will come into due course, obviously around January time, that will come into Liverpool's fixture schedules, but there's under-21s footy there that he could be playing. I don't see the benefit in him just kicking his heels and training when there's actual relatively competitive football action to be had. I think if we want the best version of Giovanni Leone, when it comes to the Carabao Cup matches, when it comes to the FA Cup matches, getting him playing might be for the betterment of everybody. It continues his development. It allows Liverpool to take a closer look at him with all the footage, and obviously manager Rob Page will get a proper look as well. So, yeah, I just wonder whether, if they all stay fit, the options that we're talking about for the next 2-3 weeks, at some point Liverpool will just take the plunge on Leone a little bit and say, okay, now's the time, drop down, get some under-21s minutes, build yourself back up towards some sort of match sharpness. Because as we know, and we're seeing it with Isak today actually, the fact he's not involved at all in the squad, I haven't seen any comments yet from Slot on it whatsoever, but that just tells you the difference between training stuff and match stuff and how far apart they are. And so far, all Leone's had is training stuff. He hasn't had a single minute yet of competitive action. So I do wonder whether that might change at some point. And again, it might well be in the shape of that Carabao Cup game and the under-21s match. And I think it's important, personally, that it is. Right, Isak not even on the bench. Why? Again, I can only assume, not seeing any comments yet, but I assume it's this, says Owen Cook. Missed 4 months of footy and full-on training. Ekitike, yeah, there was never any question in my mind that Isak was going to come in and start this game. It was always going to be Ekitike from the start. I'd hoped we might see a bit of a cameo, 20 minutes, half an hour of Isak. Certainly off the back of him getting half an hour against Kosovo. That felt like the perfect starting point for him to then get half an hour, especially after training him once or twice with the team. It would have been lovely, let's be honest. It's not taking the shine off the day at all, and providing Liverpool get the job done and get all 3 points, then who's asked, and let's carry on with our lives. But it would have been nice, from just a very selfish, emotional point of view, to see Isak in that absolutely glorious green kit with number 9 on his back, just running around. I must admit, when I come in before and set up the board for the team and loosely put on what I felt was going to be the starting 11, and I picked up the Isak card, and it was a reality that he played for us, and I was looking at him in a Liverpool shirt, there was definitely a bit of like, fucking hell, we did that. Like, we did it. We pulled that off. After all the summer, Willy, won't he, saga, statements, etc., Alexander Isak plays for Liverpool. Like, we are one of the biggest football club, in our eyes, the biggest football club in world football. So kind of obviously we attract world-class players and we end up signing them. But my God, like what a bit of business that was. What a footballer we've signed. So again, just kind of wanted to see him as quickly as possible. Luke Batts says, gaping hole in our attack. Gaping's a word that you've got to be really careful with. Without Isak and Elliott, Chiesa and a 17-year-old, we needed another winger, in your opinion. Don't disagree. I think if we rewind the clock to mid-August, when the Isak stuff, we were right in the throes, in the heart and the midst of the Isak chaos, there was definitely a part of me, and I had conversations about this with various people on various shows, that was like, okay, Isak stuff is clearly massive, and what a deal that is if we can do it, and let's all hope and keep our fingers crossed that we can. But is there a conversation to be had around the wing? Obviously, once it became apparent and Diaz had actually left, there was probably room for a winger. I guess Liverpool view Rio, definitely, as that guy, and Chiesa as well comes into that conversation for me. Outside of that, in the squad now without Elliott, I take your point. We are definitely a little bit light, and it would have been nice to add that additional versatile play across the front three guy. But again, I think Liverpool just see that as Chiesa. Unfortunately for Chiesa, not in the Champions League. He's been left out of that squad, which is another reason why I think it would have been nice to do a little bit of business in and around that department, just to add a bit of strength. But we'll have to muddle through. Frimpong probably comes into that conversation at some point. And yeah, as Bill Bowie Baggins rather rightfully says, Rio is that guy. Could well be that guy. I think we're good with Rio. Rio is on the bench, yeah. And I've been front and centre of the Rio and Gamoa fan club and shouting
from the rooftops about how talented and how special this kid is. I have my reservations about Liverpool's insistence that he was ready to step up and sort of be Gakpo's understudy and just take the Diaz spot in the squad, just because he was so young. But the evidence suggests that maybe he is that guy. Whether he's ready for the minutes yet, and this is where Ekitike playing left wing a little bit might come in, that is still in question for me. And I think we've actually saw already that the likelihood is he won't be anywhere near the levels of minutes that Diaz got last season, because he probably is a little bit too young, too inexperienced for that. But as an attacking department goes, I don't think we can really grumble with how we look. Would it have been nice to get another versatile option in there, another wide forward? Definitely. But I think we're pretty happy with our lot, if I'm being honest. Well, Rio had to start today. That's the other question when it comes to Rio, and this comes back to Leona's stuff from before. When does he starting games? And again, it probably is Carabao Cup, FA Cup. He started a couple of FA Cup games last season, I think I'm right in saying. Accrington, definitely. Did he feature against Plymouth as well? Possibly, that nightmarish day. But yeah, I think that's where we'll get his start from. And ultimately, that's where Gakpo will get his rest as well, because that's going to be important, because we're going to need him for the rest of the season. Yeah, that is a bit mad, isn't it? Like, again, we can all have conversations around the ideal scenario when it comes to the attacking department. And again, I come back to it. Ideally, there would have been one or two more. But when you boil it down to that, and you look at those world-class operators, like Ekitike is probably a level below that right now. But the early signs are that he will get there. It's a matter of when, not if, when it comes to Ekitike. He's that good, and he's seemingly so Premier League ready as well. Like, in terms of adapting, he's done it way ahead of schedule. Like, there's still question marks about Florian Wirtz and when will he really take to life in the Premier League. Again, for what he's worth, I think that's when rather than if. But my word, Ekitike's taken to it like a duck to water, hasn't he? So we are very much ready. Sorry, I've just every now and then a comment catches my eye, and that's what someone's going to have to explain that to me. Ideally, John returns to explain that. He might be answering someone else in the comments. I can only assume that isn't directed at me, because I haven't got a clue what that means. Not a single clue. Accrington was okay, fair enough. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the Plymouth thing, as you could tell by the way I phrased it. Yeah, he probably for the best. He probably came out unscathed, not featuring against Plymouth, to be honest with you. It was a game to forget for everybody involved. Certainly Harvey Elliott. But yeah, he's really exciting, isn't he? And let's just all wait with bated breath to see more of him, possibly today. Trent Cone-Doherty, Kieran Morrison deserve a chance. Says, yeah, listen, I don't disagree. Trent did feature at Plymouth. He was probably the one I was thinking of. I remember that definitely. I don't think he did. I actually thought it worth considering. But yeah, Kieran's another one. Kieran is a player I really like from the 21s. He's the sort of player that whenever things aren't going necessarily the way they'd want to, he takes games by the scruff of the neck, and I love that about him. He wants the ball all the time, wants to make things happen. Really talented as well, fundamentally at the heart of it. He's a quality footballer. But yeah, I do think they will get opportunities and get chances. And again, talking about the lack of winger depth that we have, I think when Carabao Cup next week, FA Cup come around, that's when those two, and probably like for Marinello defensively and Welty Lucky, will suddenly be involved. Trainioni as well comes into that conversation. So not just because you don't see them week in, week out in first team training or around first team squads, Premier League match days, etc., doesn't mean that they're not viable first team options when the cups come. So yeah, I take your point on both of them, and I think I would wholeheartedly agree that both, and Kieran in particular, probably, I think he is deserving of a chance and opportunity to show what he's about at first team level. Right, let's start to focus on today, and Matt Bannister does that for us. What's my score prediction for the game? I'll answer this momentarily, and this actually. Let's do that in one go. Let's do score predictions first, though. I think this is one of the games, they're all kind of in this category, but I think this is a game whereby you just got to get 3 points to get out of there. I'd love nothing more than to see a proper free-flowing, swashbuckling, easy on the eye, at it, poetry in motion type Liverpool performance after an international break, ahead of a really grueling schedule of games at Burnley away, very defensive, very dogged, likely to just want to hold on to a 0-0 draw for as long as they possibly can. Give me a 2-0 win and get me out of there.
Like, as simple as that. 1 goal in the first half, 1 goal in the second half. Cody Gakpo first. Mo Salah second. 2-0. Get back to Anfield. 3 points secured. 4 from 4. Back top of the Premier League, where we belong. Jobs are good. And that's how I'm viewing today, anyway. Feel free to throw your score predictions in the chat as well. Wirtz is a good shout, by the way, Adam, for the winger depth. Absolutely that. Who plays in the 10 then's a question. We're back to Szoboszlai without Elliott around, obviously, who knows. But yeah, I think Wirtz is a good shout. Certainly for the left-sided one, I would suggest. But again, that's why Rio exists, and that's why Liverpool have promoted Rio to be the backup to Cody Gakpo, I guess. Like, do we need a third choice left winger? Possibly, and that's where Flavien Wirtz probably does lie right now. Ekatike as well. So let's say 2-0 for me. I've got some more coming in. Charlie Moss. Somebody asked about Stefan Bajcetic. Liverpool, the word out of Liverpool is that they're backing him and they're putting some stock back into his talents, because there's been a lot of murmurings, both sort of officially and unofficially, that maybe his time would come at the football club and maybe he'd be moved on this summer on a permanent basis. Obviously, that wasn't the case. He underwent surgery at the end of the season, obviously finished the campaign at Las Palmas, then had surgery on an injury problem that he'd been struggling with. He's back from that now. He's going for sort of rehabilitation and getting back up to speed. So I'm really excited to see him come back into the fold in some capacity, and where he's at is going to be really, really interesting to me, because I think we are quick to forget how boss he looked, and I think we're quickly to forget how young he was when he came into the side, albeit a dysfunctional Liverpool midfield right now. When he did make his sort of announcement on the first team stage, he was excellent, and he was probably the only shining light in a pretty dark period, I think it's fair to say. So yeah, I'm really intrigued by what happens next, and what next for Stefan Bajcetic, to be honest, because I don't think you can go from looking as good as he did against Man City's, Aston Villa's, etc., Newcastle, to not being deemed good enough to play Premier League football anymore for Liverpool. I think that's a big drop-off. And listen, it may well be the case in the fullness of time. We'll find out. Might be 1, 2 many injuries. His development might just stall to a point whereby he isn't there and ready for that yet, but we'll wait and see. But I'm a big admirer of his. And again, I think there's a real talent there. So I'm still confident that Bajcetic can come good and become a viable option for us again. But I'm more than happy to be proven wrong on that in many ways, because whilst I'd love it to happen, ultimately, if he just isn't at the level and others are, and we go into the market because he isn't, Adam Morton, Carlos Baleba, whoever, or whether James McConnell comes back from his loan spell at Ajax and he's suddenly the option, so be it. But I do think it's interesting how Liverpool allowed McConnell to leave and kind of banged on Stefan Bajcetic to come back into the fold and be an option for us again. So let's wait and see. And this is the point we absolutely have seen, and I think there's a proper player there. Both in sort of the 6 and the deepest one. Now we're playing a bit of a double pivot. He could easily operate as one of those. Somebody says here, Macca's understudy as well. And to come back to a question from earlier too, Trainioni, for me, he has to play in a slightly more advanced one. The 10, possibly. I'd say certainly the left-sided one, which again is a little bit more advanced, as the 8 in that double pivot. I don't think he suits being the deepest line midfielder personally, but yeah, he's a hell of a talented boy. And I do think he's one who, when we do see him feature, whether it be Premier League cameos or Champions League dead rubbers or cup games again, whatever, he's a proper player. Who has the highest ceiling? Morton, McConnell, Bajcetic. Oy, that's a great question. That's a boss question. I'm going to say, and I really like all three of them for various reasons, Stefan Bajcetic. And that's really tough, genuinely really, really tough. And I love all three. Just about, Joanne, just about. I've still got an Andre card kicking around somewhere. But yeah, I think on this question, just to finally agree on that, I think probably just Stefan Bajcetic. Tyler Morton has been exceptional since he went. He had boss loan spells while at Liverpool. Never put a foot wrong when he played for Liverpool at first team level as well. It's worth mentioning. But he's been pulling up trees since he got to France for Lyon. So fair play to Tyler. Boss kid, lovely lad. Happy days. James McConnell, fortunate enough to interview him last season. So big fan of his as well. I think he's a hell of a talent. I think he's got a really bright future. And to this point, I think this is absolutely spot on as well. So he made his debut for Ajax yesterday and did well.
coming on late into the game. So yeah, great kid, proper player. But again, I come back to my original point on Stefan. That little batch of games that we saw when Liverpool were crap, let's be honest, and he was just exceptional. I just can't get away. And it's some time ago now, so it's almost foolish saying it, but that just doesn't disappear overnight, does it? And again, it might be injuries, it might be complete loss of confidence, form, whatever. Development might have stopped, who knows? But yeah, he may well, and could be true as well, Bill, might well be true. Ultimately, that might be the story for Stefan Bajcetic. It might be one of the great what-ifs of Liverpool youngsters, who knows? But again, I'll come back to it. If he can find his form again and recapture whatever it was that was going so well for him a while ago, there's a player there. But let's wait and see. And he was, yeah, and all the kids weren't they? Let's be honest. But McConnell, the numbers and the stats that came from that were boss for someone so young in such a difficult environment to be thrown into so late in the game at Wembley, etc. Yeah, he's a player. He's a player. But they all are. You were splitting hairs really between all three of them. Morton, McConnell and Bajcetic for me. But if you had to gun to me, I'd have had to choose one of them. It would just about be Stefan Bajcetic in terms of ceiling. Whether he reaches it and whether he turns out to be the best of all three of them remains to be seen. Ultimately, I think they've all got a great chance. Sound, let's do some score predictions before I wrap up. I've gone 2-0 Liverpool with Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah scoring the goals. So let's get yours in, can we? How do you think the game's going to go? Somebody earlier on asked if I think they'll park the bus. Probably. The fact they're at home makes me wonder whether they might have a little bit of a go, because possibly the crowd might demand that, but are they just accepting of the fact they are what they are, and it's all about Premier League survival for them? So yeah, just fight for their lives and be as difficult to beat and as difficult to break down as possible. Probably, let's be honest, that's kind of how they got promoted as well. Like, I think I'm right in saying, I heard someone the other week, they got beat 3-0 by someone a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember who now off the top of my head, and all last season they never conceded 3 goals once, which is mad, isn't it? Considering how tough the Championship is. Like, we talk about the Premier League schedule being relentless. Like, that Championship is brutal. It's basically Saturday, Tuesday all season long. 46 games, like, unbelievably tough. To go all season and not concede 3 goals is some going. Like, it really is. Obviously, that was short-lived when they got to the Premier League because of the step up in quality. But their entire promotion was built off a solid defence. So they're going to continue to try and keep that intact. But yeah, today's going to be hopefully a different kettle of fish. John, stick with me, and a 2-0. I did see somebody say 9-0. But listen, sound. But I don't see it, personally. If it was at home, possibly. But at their place, the weather's shite as well. It's proper crap out there. It's going to be windy and horrible in Burnley, let me tell you right now. It is anyway on the best of days, let alone today. Matt Bannister saying 5-0 to the Reds, 6-1. What I will say is, if all of these score predictions are going to be correct, and this is obviously the ideal scenario in any game of football, early goal changes this game for us. If we can find a way of scoring in the opening 10, 15 minutes, you quieten the crowd, you make the crowd and the team realise how long a day they're in for as well, and it just opens the game up. I'm not suggesting that all of a sudden Burnley are going to become this free-flowing, attacking, gung-ho side, but they will have to chase something. And that just allows us more space to counter-attack on, and obviously Flavio Verts maybe more space to operate as well. So early goal would be absolutely lovely. Exactly this. Exactly. Like, what they built their foundations on last season is kind of already proven to be not possible in the Premier League, because again, the step up in quality is massive, as we've seen in the past 2-3 seasons now, with all 3 newly promoted sides going straight back down. Sound, I'll start to wrap up. Verts announced himself today with 2-1, 4-1 Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah and Verts. Let's be real, it's going to be a hard-fought 1-0 win, as it tends to be at these places, doesn't it? It's very rare we demolish Burnley at Turf Moor, but let's try today, eh? Let's try and have a nice afternoon, then we can all sit back, relax, and watch the Manchester derby later, and whatever will be, will be. Anyway, I will leave you all today. I will love you all and leave you all as well. I'm here for this as well, by the way. I'll return at some point tomorrow, actually. This is me for the day. I'm going to go and sit and watch the game now and do social stuff. So instead, he hasn't played a single minute now, Woodsy, just to finish on. Paul and Steve are going to come in literally like 2 minutes. So I'll see you all soon. Enjoy the game. Bye for now.
I think the general feeling for me anyway, is although there is times where I do think we'll see a lot of 4-2-4 and all that type of stuff, I think generally we're going to see a little bit, it's going to be more similar to last season than anything else. That's for me anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think the system will change that much in theory. I think the big difference though is the personnel and their impact on that. Like Frimpong is more of a runner than Trent, so will overlap more often. Wirtz is more of a 10 than Szoboszlai, so he'll roam and stay high more often, you could argue, track back a bit less. And Isak, you know, the players we were using in that spot last season, Jota, Nunes, Diaz, they all kind of had their own different interpretation of it and stuff like that, but Isak is complete enough, as we've already pointed out, to just kind of do bits of everything for you. So the system's going to change because of the players in it. But I think from Slot's perspective, it shouldn't change that much. Certainly, like shape-wise and stuff like that, because it did work at the end of the day. Like you're just using different kind of players. But I think if you think of how he can facilitate the rest of the team, like obviously we know he's actually going to do very well. But like just being able to drop, that's one thing I've been really impressed by looking at him. Just his ability to connect. I wrote in my piece that like, when I was watching the clips, I think an underrated element of his game is his way to pass. He's got a really good gauge on how heavy to hit a pass, a bit like Gerrard did. You know, when Gerrard would just wrap it into your feet. Because in the final third, if you think about it, like it's hectic. You've got no time to lose. You've got no seconds to spare and like that. So he makes a decision on what to do and fires the ball into his players' feet really quickly. And it's just a really subtle trait that I found, but one that will benefit these fellas who are coming inside, because he can drop, as I've said, and he can find a way to pass, and then Salah or Gakpo converts. So I think that's one obvious way of
Mm-hmm. Hi everyone, yeah, go on mate. Welcome to the Watchalong. Thanks, Dan.
Cup of tea and Coke Zero, all bases covered.
Cola zero. Yeah.
Well, no, it's fine because I've got Pepsi.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
We're equally branding for free.
You got Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
I must admit, I would say, in the grand scheme of things, I prefer Pepsi Max to Coke Zero.
Me too. But if anyone from Coca-Cola's watching and wants to sponsor us, then honestly, I will do things for money.
Yeah. We'll go for that way. But...
I don't like being over there. It's fine.
You don't go that far.
I like being. Me and Ed will get closer. We go like.
No, I've seen how that ends up. You get closer because you pin Errol in. To one side.
We move in, and
no, I think you then you start apart, and then you just love Errol so much that you.
Have you ever seen? I think is it Hancock? Is that what it's called?
Will Smith?
Yeah, where like him and that girl always find their way back to each other and end up being close together. That's me and Errol.
Okay.
At any point in time, we'll just drift towards. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
It's a love story.
Yeah, it is. It is a bromance, me and Errol. But having said that, Paul, I like you too. Just for clarity.
It's kicked on, we go, get further away from me now. It's not about that, it's about the balance of the shot. You just sat here before we went live complaining about where the tactics board positioned in the clip that we showed from the deep dive.
Yeah, but I get closer and Elle gets closer. You just like being on. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's like complaining about, it's like talking about my ex and I'm with my new partner and I feel weird. Don't keep Errol's name out of your mouth.
I love Errol. Hi everyone, yeah, the Watchalong is here. We are just over 11 minutes away from kickoff, more or less. I just want to bring your attention to our partnership this season with oosh.co.uk. They have got a prize draw running right now where you can get Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid hospitality tickets, and as Steve mentioned in the earlier part of the watch along, they're also giving you an apartment stay and spending money as well. If you head over to oosh.co.uk or just click the link in the description, is the best way to do it because it makes us look good if you do that. Use the code REDMEN and get 20% off your entry fee as well.
Alexander Isak's debut accords were on a slot.
Yeah.
He's going to use them against Madrid, he said.
There's a fucking brilliant. This is why you're so good.
What a brilliant... If you want to be in with a chance of watching Alexander Isak's Liverpool debut against Atletico Madrid at Anfield with an apartment night stay chucked in and spending money to probably buy your Isak Liverpool shirt, click the link in the description. Underneath, head to the oosh.co.uk website. Get yourself in the draw. There are a maximum of 199 tickets available for it. So yeah, your odds are pretty good at this point. And yeah, we will celebrate you. We'll get you on our Instagram as well if you win it, and then take some selfies and all that kind of good stuff. So yes,
I love this, mate.
Oh right, yeah. I just want to draw everyone's attention to this is our brand new. Have we still got this camera? Yeah, look at that. Our Prem... Oh, that's going to go out of focus because that's how focus works. Our Prem Champs 20, obviously incredibly originally inspired by the Grand Theft Auto. No one's ever done that before. But, you know, loads of people have done it because it's a really cool thing, but no one's done it quite as well as this.
Redmond's moving unit.
Exactly. Moving unit is an absolute creative genius if you want to follow him on Twitter. But yes, if you want to get a mug that can shine on basically fans of any other team in the Premier League, but you want to do it in a cool GTA style, then head to redmanmerch.com and grab yourself one of them. I'll tell you for nothing, that is the best tasting cup of tea I've ever had.
Can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. Is it just because I make a great cup of tea, or is it because the mug elevates the quality of the tea? It's probably both.
Who made it yourself? Do you prefer when you make your own tea or when someone else makes your tea?
There are a handful of select individuals on this earth.
I do a good cup of tea, I think, for you, because we have a similar. We have the same order.
Yeah. Sweeter. Yeah, you make a good cup of tea.
And I would err on more sweet to less sweet, and I think that's you as well.
Well, no, apart from there was one time I think where
I put like 5 in.
You put like a ludicrous amount in. You're like,
well, what happened was I'd put 3 in, or 2 in, sorry. I'd put 2 in and then went back to it and forgot that I'd put 2 in. So you end up with 4. But I would always err on the side of more than less when it comes to the sweetness of me drinks.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Matt Barnett's the Redman GTA baby, absolutely. And Paul Lennon's has surely got to be GTA 6 theme merch next year, right? Well, if we don't win the European Cup, if we do, it's GTA 7 things potentially. Yeah, that's not really my thing. It should be, but it's not.
I mean, that's literally your job, is to design the merch. It's one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it should be. It should be something that I'm into, but it's not something I'm into.
Folks. Yeah,
absolutely.
There's a little inside track of how Redman works. Me prodding you.
Can you do some work?
Can you please, like that meme with the fella with the stick? Like, do something.
Do something. I'm doing loads of things. Just not this stuff.
Just not my job. Yeah.
Been doing this stuff for a long time. Cool. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm sorry. This needs drawing attention to. Rachel Todd has gone tea. Ugh. What?
What I would say, Rachel, is the vast majority of Team Redmen are coffee drinkers.
Fucking weirdos, mate. Honestly, I'm not sure how this is one of the reasons why I'm out.
I think everyone's caffeine fueled.
Yeah, they're nuts, mate. Honestly, I mean, they're not like tea isn't caffeinated, of course. But...
You know what into recently though? The new trend. Everyone's playing paddle in the office.
Yeah.
And everyone's drinking Hearth.
Yeah.
You know, Alexis McAllister's mate drink thing. There is so much Hearth being drunk in this office at the moment.
Yeah, but there's also loads of people wearing Adidas gear as well. Not because it isn't good, it's because it's there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd be a mate guy.
Yeah.
Kind of a mate guy.
I've tried it. Actually.
Kind of a mate guy.
Oh, really?
There's a blue one that's like grapefruit and ginger flavour. Pink grapefruit. It's mad. It's pink grapefruit and ginger in a blue can. Yeah, whatever. It tastes a little bit like the Sour Patch Kids, the pink ones, and that's a bit of me. So yeah, mate is definitely a thing. Our mates at Hearth boxes off with a few of those.
I just want to go back to Rachel Todd because I don't want to let this lie. You know, whether you believe it or not, you know, to quote Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, the British Empire was founded on cups of tea, and if you think I'm going to war without one, you're very much mistaken.
I mean, the Americans literally went to war over it with us.
Coffee's just... Wow. Look, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And it's obviously all right because it's a multi-billion pound industry with drive-throughs left, right and centre all over the country. don't need that much caffeine in my life.
At
Anyway, it's
the,
fine. I'm not let me stop alienating 90% of our audience by saying coffee shite.
It's not shite. It's just not our preference. You know, we had, funny enough, our friends at Bow Street Coffee were at the paddle the other day. I had a hot chocolate and I paid extra for caramel syrup in it. It was delicious, and I got rinsed by Payjack for that.
Yeah, well, he's a coffee snob, isn't he?
Well, he says I eat and drink like a child. He says like I order things like his kids would order off the menu.
Yeah.
But it was nice.
You're a beige food eater. Is that
No,
what
I don't think I am. I think I eat a lot. Obviously, I eat a lot and I eat different things, but like I like again. Go back to aforementioned like sweet stuff. Hot chocolate's amazing.
See, I love really. What are we doing here? By the way, we've not spoke what the footy once. I apologise, everyone. We'll get to it. We're playing Burnley. We'll get to that in all due course. The thing I get about that, the food stuff, I love really nice food, and I will go every now and again. I will go to a really nice restaurant and pay lots of money and appreciate the improved quality in food. But the snobbery that comes from the creation of it, as though it's not basically just following simple instructions in order to make stuff, I find wild. I find absolutely wild.
Is it a science? It's a science or art. It's how you judge. In my head, it's a science.
Exactly. I don't. There's an art. Look, I appreciate the art of food preparation. I do. I just think people make too much of it. Just fucking eat and crack on with your life.
Virgil's wearing your jacket, or maybe you're wearing Virgil's jacket.
Yeah.
One or the other.
I would like to say that Virgil is wearing my jacket, but let's be honest, anything that Virgil's worn, even if I wore it first, is going to be worn better.
That goalkeeper on Alisson is a joke.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Sensi, mate, for you and that. Seeing that. That's delicious. Sorry.
Let's talk a little bit about the footy then. So, yeah, we've already covered the starting 11, but we will go through it again because if people are just joining us and perhaps they've managed to miss all of our really fascinating chat about food, coffee, life, and the universe and everything. It is Alisson Becker in goal, Kerkez, Van Dijk, Ibu Konate is back fit as well in time to start this one. Dominic Szoboszlai is at right back once again. McAllister, Gravenberch, Gakpo, Viet, Salah is how SofaScore have got it with Ekatike up front. I would suggest it is 4-2-3-1-ish, or don't tell Arne Slot that. Of course, it is. What I mean is a variation on 4-3-3. Whatever, man. It's 4-2-3-1.
Can I say, by the way, you told me to move before. Always a noob says on the TV app, the chat's covering my face because you pushed me so far over. So I'm coming back. Don't shout at me. That's fine.
That's all right. No,
yeah.
Okay. It's just when you start to creep over, it's fine.
We've had a super chat. This is more for you, I think. Gaming with Gingerbread says, what video games are you playing at the while?
I am. What am I playing at the moment? Rematch. Oh, if you haven't played Rematch yet and you're into your footy, if you like Rocket League and you like football, it's basically that. It's like a first person. Well, it's not. It's third person. It's over the shoulder, but you control your player and you run around the little indoor mat. It is a beast.
I was playing FC25 this morning with my son. Now we weren't playing together. We were having a game each online. He was playing as rivals. It's out of date next week. But he's built himself this Uber team of 99 cards. I whooped somebody somewhere. I forced 2 rage quits, and then I won 7-0. Fair play to that person who didn't rage quit. And then I handed it to Lucas, and he got battered 7-2. But it's fine. He's learning.
Well, we've been doing it on Rematch. They've just finally updated it. It's only a new game where you can do cross-play now. So I play it on the Steam Deck. Jack plays it on the PlayStation, and we had my cousin and his son as well. So we had 4 players. We were all on the same team playing online from across the city against another team, and it's like playing footy. It's an absolute beast. Gaming with Gingerbread says, "Hey, lads."
That was it. That was the super chat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, absolute. I didn't read the rest of what you said. 2 absolute. Banger. What?
Hades. He's playing Hades 2.
Oh, Hades 2. Sorry, I'd never even heard of that one. Yeah. What else am I playing? The Fortnite always gets to.
Oh, and the new Switch 2, the Donkey Kong game.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
we've got that. I've not played it yet. I mean, basically, I bought a Switch 2 for myself, and I've touched it about 5 times since I bought it because my lads had it off me. This is growing up. Really annoying. I'm playing Doom 2016 again as well on the Steam Deck while I think of something else to play. I'm tempted to play Alien Isolation, but I don't know if I can bring myself. I don't know if I've got the constitution to play that just yet.
I paid £99 to pre-order Lucas FC26 or something around that range the other day.
Shit the bed.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I just can't be arsed to learn how to play. I mean, I'm funny because I'm learning how to play a new footy game with Rematch, but it's fun. I can't be asked to learn how to the change of buttons from Pez to FIFA.
You can't change them back though.
Yeah, but it's not the same because there's so much more to it than swap and shoot and slide tackle around.
Yeah.
There's just so many more fundamentals to the gameplay, and I know I intrinsically know how to play Pro Evo without even thinking about it. Even though they've moved sprint to R2 now. But yeah, anyway, whatever.
Yeah, so I got told I had to order it because he doesn't want his mates to have the better teams because they're pre-ordering it, and you get like some better cards to start. So I that's what happened.
Yeah.
So it best be good.
Yeah.
FC26, and he's going to put, like I say, he spent all this time and effort building this super team up, and he just gets discarded in about a week.
Yeah. I remember being at a YouTube conference like probably like 10 or 12 years ago with one of the heads of marketing at EA, and they were just talking about that was it. Ultimate Team was they sell the game and they're not asked, they sell the game, cool, but Ultimate Team they make multiple folds off Ultimate Team than they'd ever do from selling video games. It's mad.
I had a team this morning. I mean, I said I won loads. My front two were Mo Salah and R9, and I had Mbappe and Cristiano Ronaldo on my bench. He's had all. I don't know where he's getting these cards from. I've got a feeling this costing me money.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at my statement yet, but somewhere along the line, I know for a fact some money of mine has been spent on that game.
It's fine. Listen. I would be all over this if I was a kid. I have this with me lad. We're over Fortnite, and he doesn't never really play with action figures. I loved action figures as a kid, but you don't buy action figures anymore. You buy skins, which is, I'm sorry, if anyone's under the age of 30, I must sound about 7,000 years old in explaining this, but
it's different.
It is, and I'm not resistant to it. And people keep telling me, well, Fortnite's for kids. Sorry, but I got a Battle Royale win not too long ago with, I had Iron Man as my skin, I had a lightsaber, and I was driving Kit from Knight Rider. I mean, if you're telling me that's a game for kids, then... wild. Right, Liverpool in all green kickoff with Alexis McAllister. It is a throwback to the early 90s with Liverpool where white shorts is meant to be the kit, but we're playing against a team that has white shorts, so we're playing in the chain short of green.
It looks fabulous.
It does look pretty good, but it's really interesting because there was a thing in the early 90s where the green kit was considered bad luck and no one realised it was because Liverpool were just shit. Yeah. Let's hope we can definitely...
Shout out to our colourblind friends. Now, my mate is colourblind and he said today he's going to struggle with yellow versus claret. Sorry, green. Yeah.
Is that colourblind? Is he?
Green and claret, he said, look the same.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes when we play pool, I have to tell him which is the red ball, green ball and the brown. He struggles, so it's going to be difficult for him.
One of my best mates used to struggle between the brown and red ball, and we had so much fun playing snooker with him. That was a joke that never got tiresome for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, Szoboszlai coming into midfield, lays it to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool starting actually really front foot every Liverpool player in the Burnley half at this point in time.
It's interesting how high up McAllister is. He's like almost playing centre forward. He's dropping back now, but Liverpool had a line of six across like six attackers there. Burnley. They've said that they are five at the back, by the way.
Yeah.
We thought maybe that's just because we're in possession. But
TK lays it off to Gravenberg. Yeah, we'll see how it starts off. But yeah, it feels like Burnley are going to try and keep the door shut early doors. It's pointed out.
Nice.
Scott Parker was the Bournemouth manager when we beat them 9-0. So hopefully a little bit more of that, please, Scotty P.
Yeah, they are. I think they're playing a back four, but it was interesting there because as Liverpool had the ball, one of the centre mids went into back, made it a back five, and it was just a line across the pitch. Something for Liverpool to keep an eye on. And
it's interesting because we've talked a lot about like the players that Liverpool have bought and what's the formation going to be. I think there's going to be iterations of what Liverpool do, and it will depend upon the game state. And you'll see McAllister playing further forward if we feel the need. If we just feel like Burnley aren't going to come out, there's no need for him to be in a double pivot.
Yep.
If they're not having the ball and the ball is all played in their third of the pitch, we'll just get more lads further forward. Szoboszlai, very much playing right back again for Liverpool here. Takes the throw in hard and low into the feet of Ibu Konate on the corner of the 18-yard box and just...
There is no press, mate. That's what the first thing I've noticed. There is no press from Burnley. They are four... Well, not for that, it's a 5-4-1.
Yeah.
When we've got the ball.
Yeah. Liverpool not engaging until... Yeah, a little hint of engagement there from the centre forward as Virgil got to the centre circle, but not really once again.
We're going to have to be patient here.
Yeah.
Because they are just a 5 and a 4. They're not even pressing now. Liverpool are 10 yards into their half, and there's no engagement whatsoever.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those games where you're going to have to be really patient. It's going to be a piece of magic or a mistake or something because there's There's no turnovers happening in this game. We've got all the ball.
Kirker's pushing forward. And also the thing to be careful then with is if you overcommit and leave yourself, to maybe being hit on with pace on the counter. But, looks out of that in the first few minutes.
It's a back at 10.
Yeah, God. Verts and McAllister linking up and then Gakpo back to McAllister.
I think the key when teams play like this, Paul, is to move the ball quickly and keep it wide as often as you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Stretch them, keep the ball moving.
Well, you can see already, Liverpool trying to get in between the lines. Verts just played a little nutmeg ball to Szoboszlai, who'd overcommitted to attack, and this is the thing I was talking about, but Liverpool do have good numbers back. If they can't defend that, they've done something wrong. Overhit, pass straight to Alisson. Alisson just plays a short ball to Virgil van Dijk, and we begin again. Interesting to note there, just again in terms of the movements, you see McAllister's gone and joined the attack. Ekitike drifted left when Gakpo moved more centrally there. Verts was playing on the front line as well. So, yeah, Liverpool looking to try and destabilise Burnley's.
I don't mind Verts trying that type of pass. That's where you're going to try and do it.
Gakpo cutting inside, little curler to the back post towards Salah. Headed up to the edge of the box. Gravenberch knocks it down. Kanate.
Our centre half, look where our centre half, how high he is.
Yeah.
And Virgil, Liverpool have got everyone in the final third of Burnley rather.
Nice turn there. Salah looking for a give and go, gives it to Florian Wirtz. Edge to Kanate, Kerkez, Gakpo.
Nice.
Gakpo cuts inside as well. Marshall, but he lets fly over the top and wide.
He done the right thing. It was on, and then Kyle Walker just cleverly just gave him a little bit of a nudge and knocked him off balance. That was interesting. Now, Virgil van Dijk and Ibu Konate were in the final third. We are high up the pitch there. They're clearly not that worried about the counter attack in terms of pace.
Well, the pace is all well and good, but they've still, you're right, they've not really got anyone on us to make it a foot race. Because even if they try to hit us with pace, you've still got Virgil and Konate back, and their lads are 10 yards deeper than ours. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see whether that changes, of course. But right now, it is very much Burnley looking to keep it as watertight as humanly possible. There's Virgil inside our box. Picked up by Alexis McAllister. Clipped behind him to Kerkez on the left-hand side.
I suppose in them moments, that's where you maybe can get them in transition when they've pushed up like that. Liverpool decided to go the other way, but yeah, I just don't want anyone taking too many touches would be the key for this game. Yeah. You've got to move the ball quickly.
And that's going to be interesting after the international break as well. They've not really trained loads together. It's still early doors in the season. This is a game where you need that quickness of thought, quick fleetness of foot, quick one-touch, two-touch football, move it around. So yeah, I'd be interested to see how we grow into this match.
Good header by Konate.
Touch by Ekitike. Took it off the toe of his opponent there, plays it wide, that's a bad ball to Salah, but he will go and recover it in right midfield.
Could see Konate winning his first header. But like I mentioned, nobody plays more long balls than Burnley. I saw this stat yesterday with I was watching the Chelsea-Brentford game, and they brought on Match of the Day this morning. They went to LA. I think it was only Burnley and one other team, I can't remember, who played more direct than at the time Brentford were, and it was Burnley were top. So you're gonna it's going to be, even when they go out, it's going to be long. And listen, they're not going to go long towards Virgil, are they? It's going to be Konate's job to deal with that. You think?
Yeah, absolutely. Szoboszlai just settling back into that right back position. The early flurries have all been Liverpool as you'd expect, but yeah, other
dominant header again.
Yeah, bit by the skipper there. Ekitike is going to pick it up, play it back to Kerkez, to Van Dijk.
That's a poor pass.
That's silly from Van Dijk. It's casual, to be perfectly honest. Here they come now. Burnley, they've got decent numbers. Szoboszlai's been ghosted past. It's a good strike on goal, and it's just over the crossbar there. And it comes from Van Dijk playing a first time pass that, if it comes off, cool. You don't bat an eyelid because it's Van Dijk. But when it fails, you just think, mate, just
it wasn't
take a touch.
It wasn't even close. Like, playing forward's great, and I get it. What I would say is that Liverpool got numbers back, and if you're going to beat Alisson from there, it's going to be a worldie. But yeah, it was like Van Dijk just mentioned before, not taking too many touches. You can take one.
Yeah. Something to be wary of for Liverpool there, though. Gravenberch deep inside Burnley territory, because the Kerkez who's tucked inside goes for a little flat curler there towards.
That's a good ball, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Ekitike wasn't onto it, and he acknowledges it. It was a really good ball.
I wonder whether that was one where, if the defender cocks it up, Ekitike gets in because his positioning is kind of there. It wasn't the right ball for Ekitike, but it was right to sow discord in the back. And it's a corner to Liverpool. Yeah, Florian Wirtz going over to take it. See the big boys there: Konate, Van Dijk, Ekitike. All up and about.
We're on 700 likes nearly, by the way. Press the like button.
Oh yeah.
Do it now, as we can score.
Who's gonna go for the near post flick on here? It's
Gone
gone deep instead. Canate. Wouldn't drop. Kirk has swung a foot and it goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was a good corner and good first contact from Liverpool. Yeah, you're right though, it just didn't fall down on time for Kirkers. I thought he was going to go straight to his feet.
Nearly be 3 men in the air to that one.
But he did, that's exactly what he did. He got all over them. Just makes a nuisance of himself. Yeah, it loops off the defender's back and Kirkers can't get over it in the end. I thought he was going to get fouled, but he didn't.
I tell you what, that shirt looks even better with the gold patches on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Unreal.
It's lovely.
Unreal.
Told you, long ball towards Canate. We're going to see a lot of that. Van Dijk's gone over. I love when he does that, you know.
Yeah. Oh, Gravenberch gives away possessions. One in behind for Szoboszlai to chase after. What does he do next? Just chips it away. They're putting it on the second ball. Salah back doing some defending, wins a throw. Well done.
That's good from the put. First time really, Szoboszlai to go and do some proper defending. Nice. Oh, brilliant.
Lovely little turn down the flank there from Gravenberch. Plays it inside. Kirk has got space to accelerate into. Chooses to pass it to Gakpo. Gakpo 1v1. Floats it towards the box. TK just got tripped as he was running into the box there. Falls uncomfortably there, as I imagine you would do if you just had your legs whipped from you at full pace. That's a foul on Canate as well, and the referee gives this one. Van
Dijk, so far, mate, taking charge of those aerial duels is going to help us magnificently. You're right, he did go down. I don't think it's a foul. I haven't seen the replay, but another good ball. Kyle Walker was nowhere near Cody Gakpo, then he sent him for the absolute echo.
It's a great ball in that. And TK just gets...
I don't think it's enough for a foul, unless there's a better angle. It's more of a cut. It's a little nudge in the back. I don't think that's a foul. It's good defend, actually.
Yeah, still encouraging from Liverpool.
It was encouraging how easily Cody Gakpo was able to shake off Kyle Walker.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. A little give and go with Mo Salah. Salah first time right-footed volley cross, not cleared. Now it will be, and it will go all the way out for a Liverpool throw-in. It's been some agricultural defending from Burnley. Very, very what you would call archetypal Burnley defending so far of just kick it away. Don't worry about it, kick it away.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. It's going to be a long day for them to keep doing that. Mate, it was interesting then on that one, how high McAllister gets. Look at him again.
Look how high Szoboszlai is this time. Oh, that's a great ball from Szoboszlai. Defended at the back post. Gakpo was waiting.
Liverpool, you mentioned before about it being a 2 and a 1. It's very much a 1 and a 2. Alexis is playing almost as a proper 10 with Wirtz.
Yeah.
Wirtz has got free role here, and McAllister's playing as a proper 10.
Basically, yeah, the channel between their back line and their midfield, which is 2 long straight lines of players, Wirtz is just drifting along in the space between there, looking for balls to pick up on. Gakpo's taking this one this time. That's interesting. That's another one to the heart. Oh, Canate got in front of the goalkeeper. He got the header.
I think he should have scored, Paul. He's about 2 yards out.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know how you. Oh wow, yeah.
Virgil could have scored that as well. Let's see who gets it. Oh no, to be fair, he's leaning back.
He's like trying to edit back with the back side.
It was a more difficult chance, but it was a good ball by Gakpo.
He's got a guy, funny enough though, he's got a guy literally bare hugging him. He's managed to leap that guy up into the air at the same time as well. Incredible stuff.
It was a good corner by Gakpo.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
It was only an inch over Van Dijk, just having a tap in as well.
I wonder why they shifted that to Gakpo, because it was basically almost a carbon copy of Wirtz's one in terms of the area they were aiming for. I wonder if there was like a second ball situation there. Virgil once again comes into midfield and wins his header.
I thought it was a bad miss at first, but when you see the replay, he's leaning back. It was tough. You're not going to get that on target. You need that's for Van Dijk to get. I think that's what that set piece was designed for, and it just went over his head.
Down the line, Gravenberch wins it. Burnley trying to keep him play. Wirtz gets a toe on it, knocks it back towards the Burnley defence on the halfway line, and they retreat. Liverpool looking to swarm all over them here, and Burnley go all the way back to the goalkeeper. The Bravka. Oh, little indecision from him.
He shit himself there.
Straight out of play into the Liverpool bench.
It was just you're right, he got caught in 7 minds. That was, I want to play it out. Oh shit, we're Burnley, Liverpool. Kick it long, yeah.
Oh, I don't have to play it out, of course, right, okay. Canate. It's Wirtz looking to get him balls, gives it him back.
The fullbacks are very high as well. Liverpool are going to have to. It's going to be patient.
Well,
got a lot of everyone on the ball has got. There are passes on for everyone.
Yeah. we see this the game state. Liverpool are trusting that they're not going to go. At most, they're going to push. And they've got 1.5 up front, basically. They've got the one up front and they've got one other guy who joins, and they're leaving Verge and Canate to deal with that when they're in possession. Yeah. Gakpo, great little ball around the corner to Kerkez. Tries to dig the cross out.
Corner.
Another corner to Liverpool.
I think he played for that as well.
Yeah, if that comes off, it's, you've crossed it, cool. If not, I think he's played percentage crossed.
Listen, the first 2 corners have been good, actually. Liverpool have first contact on both of them, which is encouraging. I wonder if he goes back. Yeah, it's Gakpo again. I'll do the exact same thing again. Because Virgil at that front post was unmarked. He's a magnificent specimen of a man, isn't he, Virgil? Look at him. Chiselled. Go on,
Let's
lads.
see again. They're going to switch it up or go for... They've gone same again. Canate got on it. They actually got a better defensive clearance. And McAllister hooks it back in. Dubravka, full stretch, punches it away. Wirtz is going to gather it back. Poke goes first time. Tries second time on the volley. Slices it. Goal kick.
They wanted offside. I don't think it was. They're not there. Struggling off the... Who gets... Oh, no, it was a good defender, actually.
Salah was on the goalie as well there. It would have been offside.
Yeah, that's why they were gutted. But to be fair, he does go for it. Probably should have been flagged. Yeah, don't worry about it, because Wirtz... This is ambitious. I think he's better just taking the corner there, Florian.
Yeah. Goal kick then to Burnley. As you'd expect in terms of how what we discussed in terms of how they're set up, Liverpool definitely the team on top at the moment.
What's the possession, about 80?
Oh,
maybe more.
Let's have a little look.
Van Dijk went another header there, Paul, by the way.
We'll find the stats in a moment. Yeah, Liverpool have had 85% possession in this game so far, which is
a lot.
A lot, yeah. It's probably record breaking if it was to stay like that. It won't, of course, but... McAllister got in there, got clipped on the way through.
Is that a red card, Paul?
It's a yellow card shown by the referee. Whether it will be revisited, I'm not sure.
He flew in there. He's wellied McAllister. Is that not two-footed? It's over
Virgil van Dijk's having that look of saying, mate, you know that's not a good one.
Let's see the replay of that.
McAllister's in pain, holding his ankle there.
It's going to be VAR checked, isn't it?
It's Michael Oliver who's the referee, who used to be a good referee. Interesting to see whether he's.
Let's show the replay, please. Come on. It's Ogachukwu, and he's flew in. It looked two-footed, but again, can we see a replay? First of all, McAllister's hurt. That's problem number one. We still haven't seen a replay.
Is it just testing the ankle stability there? Let's have a little look at this one. McAllister gets there first. It's he's gone for the ball legitimately. McAllister's gone there and beaten him to it. I mean, a yellow card, even for me, feels.
Let's see.
It's
high on his ankle.
Listen.
His ankle's rolled.
It's horrible looking, and if McAllister can get up and play on from this, then that would be amazing, to be perfectly honest, because that doesn't look good at all.
He's rolled his ankle there. He might be done.
Yeah, we'll see.
It was high, but I don't think it's a red. But you're right. They are checking his ankle, and it rolled.
Yeah, absolutely. My point is, I feel like it was one of them. I don't feel like it was a nastily intended one. And now that I've seen the damage to that he's done to McAllister, I can understand the yellow card from the other angle. It looked like he's just gone for it. McAllister's beaten him to it. We'll see if there's any more of this.
I think he's injured there. That ankle rolled. It didn't look good. I hope he isn't. I hope I'm wrong.
He's looking very tan his arm, isn't he, for that?
Yeah, well, he had about 6 months in Ibiza, didn't he? From when we won the league.
Yeah, I was having a random thought before. I was thinking about like Wirtz and obviously players that Liverpool convinced to join them this summer, and how much having the league sewn up so early benefits you, because you'd almost guarantee you can go in and go, you're going to be signing for the English champions. What a wonderful difference that must make. When I think about like when we qualified for the Champions League the first time under Klopp, but we had a playoff round to play against Hoffenheim, so we couldn't tell anyone we were in the Champions League because technically we weren't until then.
I think he's gone off.
Macca's just being told to just...
They're going to have a little wait.
Test it out here. There's just no need. There's no need to take any risk with it. Conor Bradley's gone out to warm up. That's the obvious substitution. Push Szoboszlai into midfield and Bradley not right back. McAllister is still on the pitch. The Burnley fans don't sound overly happy. I would imagine if they saw...
I think If it's a foul, you don't have to go off.
Yeah. But moreover, I think their lad's been booked. It looks, in the ground, that probably doesn't look that bad when you see the angle of him going through his
They're
ankle.
booing why you never have to go off the pitch. If you get fouled, you don't have to go off the pitch. That's the rule. If you pull up and they kick up, then you have to go off.
The booing because it's Burnley and they think tackling boss.
Yeah.
Canate with a big cross to no one. Just let that one run. And it's a goal kick. Okay. Burnley fans will be pleased to know they are currently at 20% ball possession since we last looked at it. A significant 5% increase there on the ball. Good for them. Liverpool, 0.59 in the XG at the moment. I imagine Kanate's header will be a significant part of that.
That's one of the ones where XG doesn't do him a favour because it's difficult with the angle of his body.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, good tackle there from Kanate. Needs to have another bite at Anthony and does. Gives away the throw-in. Yeah, that header from Kanate is 0.49 of our total 0.59 XG. Dead centre, less than a foot out from the goal line, but you're right, it's kind of behind him and he's trying to head it with the back corner of his head effectively. Gives a good goal, man. It's me again on the left hand side. Up against the
Hey!
Oh, the double touch. Even he can laugh at that one.
He's desperate to win a corner and he just kicked out his own leg.
Yeah.
Where's the ball? Come on, show us the game, please, lads.
There we go. Kanate takes the short one from the goalie and strides up the pitch. Burnley actually got look a little bit more open at the moment, just because they were so far off the pitch, of course. But Liverpool don't seem in any hurry to try and capitalise on that.
Seems alright, don't he? Thankfully, he's moving alright. As he's backpedaling.
I think he's the kind of player, isn't he, where he'd probably give it till half time if he's physically capable. It's Virgil van Dijk, quarterback, and
Sobbo's the ball there, I think.
Kanate advancing. Gravenberch tries to push it forward between the gaps, comes out. Van Dijk with a powerful header forward towards Ekatike. Tried to bring it down over his shoulder, just couldn't, and it runs through to Martin Dubravka, who picks it up.
Maybe trying to flick it onto Salah.
Possible. It is the goalie then.
Boom.
That big booming ball to the head of Virgil van Dijk, who just flicks it back over his head.
How cool was that? Imagine being that good.
Yeah. Well, here come Liverpool's defenders again. Van Dijk to Kanate. Kanate definitely tasked with the one who's carrying the ball a little bit further up the pitch than Virg. Szoboszlai forced backwards to Kanate. Into green shirt, gets it into Szoboszlai. That's a twat of a ball from Sobbo. Makes Virgil van Dijk run. What's he doing? And here is Virgil now. Carry it over the halfway line. Gravenberch, lovely little turn. That's wonderful. Can he pick out a pass now? He can. Florian Wirtz. Oh, he went for goal. There was a little moment where I think he thought about laying Salah in. Shot blocked.
Probably should have.
Yeah, this is great from Liverpool. Look at this. Kerkez. Gravenberch. Oh my good God. Surely.
Oh, he's booking him for diving.
He's going to book Kerkez for diving. Kerkez in a little scrap with his opposite numbers there. Kyle Walker's having none of it. Kerkez. Oh, well, we'll have to see, but the referee was in no doubt whatsoever that was a dive. It was a wonderful little back heel. Kerkez gets into position and he dives. What you fucking absolute divvy. He anticipated contact that just didn't really come.
You know what? Just cross the ball.
Yeah.
Like, the move was amazing.
Yeah. There is contact, and clearly that decision goes, that's enough for me. And is he anticipating it? And as soon as you get some, silly. Kerkez in the book, and Liverpool still 0-0. But best spell of football there, Steve. Gravenberch. It started with him getting a ball from Virgil van Dijk. Did that drop of the shoulder, turned into Burnley's territory, and we looked pretty good.
Gravenberch was at the heart of both those moves. That was really good football.
Yeah. Is Virgil, and you forget sometimes, don't you? Because he's played within himself now for a season and a bit in Gravenberch, but he's so good. He's such a good footballer. It's always one of those things that gets overlooked. We quickly move on in our interpretations of footballers. So Gravenberch is now Liverpool's number 6. So he's Liverpool's DM, and And then when you start to add it up, and like McAllister, we see him as a DM, we've just got a team full of lads who are all either 10s or wingers. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. We call McAllister and Gravenberch like our two most defensive midfielders, where they were both happily playing a number 10 for most teams on the planet.
If you're going to die, by the way, mate, that's really be good at it.
Yeah. We're getting boos from the Burnley fans as he hooks that one towards Gakpo, a little shove in the back. He runs through to the Burnley defensive line.
Free kick.
Like, oh, wow. Okay, fair play. Free kick to Liverpool. Yeah, it's silly because it's such a great move, and you're right, even if the cross comes to nothing...
It's probably a corner.
Yeah, yeah. Gravenberch now, square to Canate inside the Burnley half. Szoboszlai back to Canate. Verts made a little run, gives it to Gravenberch. This time it doesn't work, but those go-go gadget legs win the ball back. Here's Verts now running through the heart of the Burnley team. Punches it to Gakpo. Gakpo cuts inside into traffic. Silly, went for the cross shot there, and it was swamped. Ibu Canate back defender, and Virgil van Dijk tidies up for him.
Oh, well,
it was a bit
silly. Did he mean that?
Gravenberch, but it came away.
Did he mean that? If he did, it's amazing. If he didn't, he got lucky.
Yeah,
we're playing really well, I think, in terms of we just need to get that final pass right.
Better,
we're doing the right things.
We're getting braver in the passes we're playing, and actually the way that players are taking the passes that they're receiving.
Yeah.
McAllister now, again, Verts growing into the game a little bit more is no bad thing for us. McAllister back to Virgil van Dijk. McAllister's alongside him, gets it back. Kerkez is just to his left, but he wants to play a better pass than that, and instead goes across the pitch to Canate. That was a bad ball. Salah recovers it, little Cruyff turn, drives towards the byline. Mo Salah trying to use his strength.
Corner!
Got a touch, wasn't going to be enough. No. Goal kick. Let's have a song, shall we?
The first touch from Salah was good.
Yeah.
It's his man, but the second fella coming, got him back.
I have no idea whether that song's playing or not. Please let me know. It's in the comments.
Just checking on your walls.
Okay, another long one from the goalie. Another big booming header from Virgil van Dijk. They've tried to head it back. It comes off Ekatike. And they retreat once again to Dubravka. Not playing, Paul. Okay, sound. Aaron, the music's not playing. No.
We'll fix it.
It's not plugged in? Yeah, I reckon it is.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
We got you.
If in doubt, plug the wire. Canate. Szoboszlai back to Canate. TK's drifted over. Comes out of 3.
Oh, he's fouled.
Hefty tackles there.
He was a foul. He's on a booking already, him as well. Got scrappy there, didn't it? It is a foul.
I don't mind that though in games like this. Again, go and get yourself into some physical confrontations. It'll pump you up a little bit more. Sometimes you can end up being a little passive and a little scared. You've got one team dug in, and you're just forever trying to play like arty farty football.
Can you get a lucky bounce?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just go and upset things a bit. Canate again. The ball gets it. Gravenberch back to Van Dijk. Back to Canate. Canate's had a lot of the ball in this game. This reminds me of...
Why isn't he giving it to Sobos fuming there? I was going to say, give it to him.
Yeah. Van Dijk, good run there. Kerkez goes for the back post delivery. Salah can't bring it down. Szoboszlai will gather. Right wing. Gets it to Mo. Looks for Gravenberch. It was a good run, but it was a bad pass to him. Salah manages to recover. Verts is in trouble here. Lost possession to Foster.
It's foul or foul?
Yeah,
Make him do something.
Keep him there, okay, fair enough.
Small victory for Burnley. The manager's made it with that one just because it was a once bit of small wins, I suppose. Because it's been dominant for Liverpool, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I said this is going to be patient. If they're going to play this whole game, you are going to need patience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a bit, like I said, a little bit of magic or something.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is what I'm talking about. Liverpool in full flow in February of a season or November or November, December, you pick this apart from the start, I think. Whereas, and even then it's difficult. Right now, it's off the back of an international break. Everyone's a little bit cold. We're still getting integrating new things. It's going to take a little bit of time, but positive signs there again, just in terms of Liverpool's growing bravery in the match. Sabozlai, a little clip ball over to Van Dijk. That's really nice. Kerker's sticking really close to Virgil there. And here is Van Dijk. And now Wirtz drifts to the left. Gakpo makes an out-to-in run. Wirtz cuts back inside. Out to pass, underwhelming. McAllister tidies up. Kerkers back to McAllister. They're going to try that pass again. No, they go a little quick one inside to Gravenberch first time. Ball looking for Wirtz. And Kyle Walker's done him. And smashes one long over the top for Szoboszlai to comfortably run down. He's got to be careful not to do anything stupid here. Well done.
It's going to be a long 90 odd minutes for Burnley. Do you keep doing that? They keep giving it back to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're right. There's no pressure relief valve there at all, and that it's a law of diminishing returns. It's just more exertion on their part. But Liverpool do need to ramp it up because at the moment there is no great tempo to what we're doing.
Yeah, I think we're doing the right things, just a little bit too slow.
Yeah.
Can you just speed it up a little bit? But again, I go back to it. It's so difficult. You've got 11 men behind the ball. To find those gaps, they are looking for it. You can see the movement, not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe you can just speed it up 10%.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to the pass selection. Interesting. That was okay. Ekitike picks it up on the edge of the box. Yeah, he's crowded out before he can do anything with it. Szoboszlai back, and now Burnley look to get out. They're trying to engineer it. They've sort of engineered the 2v2 there. Yeah, Liverpool got numbers coming. Virgil van Dijk.
No chance.
Tackles, wins it, gets fouled.
Wins a foul as well.
Free kick.
Van Dijk was in complete control of that situation.
Yeah. What are you meant to do?
He doesn't like the fact that it was a foul given.
Can't beat him for strength, can't beat him for pace, can't beat him for skill. Knock it around him, and then kick him in the back of the legs. Yeah, that's cool. Wirtz looks for Ekitike, just couldn't quite make it stick. Knocks it back into Liverpool territory with Kerkers. Gravenberch. Ekitike needs to keep moving here. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch. Because the moment Ekitike's got 3 men around him, he needs to get men up. Gakpo now, go outside, mate. That's it. Can he stand it up? He can do. The keeper can't clear. It's going to drop to Gravenberch. Oh, again, crowd out. Szoboszlai with the hit, looking for the deflection. I think he got it as well.
It was very good technique from Gravenberch to wait.
Yeah,
it was a good block though. You are right. It was good to see Gakpo go down the outside to show he can, and it was a good ball actually.
Yeah, it was McAllister who challenged the goalkeeper at first. He was through a crowd of like 7 men to try and score.
He gave the corner straight away. To be fair to Michael Oliver, actually, I've got no idea.
It's impossible to tell from that. Okay, corner to Liverpool then. Yet another. Liverpool back up to 82% possession. Corner from Wirtz, far side, outswing. Ekitike moving near post. Oh, didn't get the flick on the run. Was excellent. Burnley conspired to give the ball away there. Szoboszlai out to Wirtz. How's your touch?
Very good.
What have you got now? What can you do now? The physical pressure from Hartman goes around him.
Oh, he's covered well, but we should get a corner out of that.
Yeah, he wins the corner. Well done. Smart play from Wirtz.
Just seen we got a super chat in from Owen.
Oh, well, that is absolutely not showing up on my feed. Go for it.
He says, I said before the season we're going to be average until Christmas. It's going to take a while to find our rhythm. But when we do it, Teddy, I mean, average is a low bar. I think it won't be as fluent. Of course, when you make that many changes, that might be the case.
Mm-hmm. I missed this one from Surab Patil as well, which I'll get to in a second. Another cross. Dangerous one. Oh, it didn't fall. It's going to go to Szoboszlai. Square to Gravenberch.
Give me back.
Yeah, go back. Yeah, you're right. I haven't got the angle on that right-hand side. Szoboszlai doesn't really want it, so drops the shoulder, goes past his man. Kerkers didn't want it either. You really wanted that to be Wirtz, so you were passing that to the Ekitike on the edge. Squaring his man up. Kerkers, Szoboszlai. Again, there's no runners. Gakpo, oh, it's a decent little cross. Didn't have the weight to get over the head of his man. McAllister, well done. Salah now needs to show his strength.
Come on, ref.
Does.
Yeah,
Is he giving a free kick to Burnley?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Sarab Patil says, I'm sorry, but why are we playing Arsenal at Turf Moor? Hoping for a Vert masterclass, YNWA. Yeah, absolutely, mate.
They're very deep. Well, they're trying to get Kirk sent off for that.
Don't be shocked to see Andy Robertson come into this game. That goes back to it. Kirkaz is he can be quite rash. If you're going to pick up a yellow card, pick it up for being you. Not like, silly dives. Right then. Burnley have got a free kick.
That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
They'll be practicing these all
He's
week.
got some awful head tattoos. It's deep, very, very deep. Everyone's lined up toward the back end of the D. They've managed to find some space there. Kirk seems to let his man go. Certainly got wrong side of him. And it comes to nothing, and it will be a goal kick to Liverpool.
Wasn't a very good cross, to be honest. It was too high. What are you going to do with that?
Yeah. That's one way. You've just got to take it on the volley or something. But it's,
Kirk does well, actually.
Well, yeah. Okay, goal kick on short. Van Dijk, lovely little pass over to Szoboszlai. Goes back to Canate. Into Gravenberch, central midfield, deep in front of Liverpool's 18-yard box, and then Van Dijk gets it off him and strides forward. Back to Gravenberch. There's Wirtz to his right. He's got Szoboszlai very free on the right wing. Wirtz in support of him. Goes instead to Mo Salah, McAllister, Salah, Kirkez. Good football, just slightly over here. Kirkez to the back post, cross blocked.
That's better though. Moving the ball quickly.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker did well, but Liverpool actually one-touch football, got them in.
Yeah. Well, we doubled up there. Wirtz went over to that far hand side and it allowed Salah to tuck in a little bit more and get into a much more dangerous position. It was just that every pass was just 6 inches the wrong side of where it needed to be.
We've actually enough most dangerous from probably set plays. We actually have another one here.
Yeah, we had a couple of early doors, haven't we? Yeah, one Gakpo this time of game with the in-swinger, another deep one. Dubravka claims that really comfortably. And he's going to bowl it out. Liverpool need to get numbers back now. This is...
Kyle Walker.
Yeah. Liverpool done well here. Yeah, they've managed to recover their shape, if not yet the ball. Yeah, that's fine. Barely have it in their half. Go for the big switch now. It's going to go out for a Liverpool for that one. Fine, absolutely fine.
Quality-wise, these are rubbish, Liverpool, but defensively they're very well organised, and it's causing. So you're gonna have to go back to a bit of magic with patience. I actually think of our players in terms of it's been Gravenberch who's been most it's probably because he's getting the ball in a bit of space. Liverpool are gonna bring Robertson on.
Oh, that's really interesting. That, I mean, it's got to be Kirkez, surely.
Unless it's McAllister is feeling the effects and they're going to do a reshuffle. I don't know.
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh gosh. I don't know.
He's just...
For them.
It is an odd one, that, if it's Kirkez. I mean, it makes sense that it just be Kirkez. And I said it before, he's on a yellow card and then he's...
I'd be shocked if you do that.
It's just... But the thing is, all it takes is one of them. One of them challenges he was in just then. And you don't even need to have intent in foul or anything anymore. If he's the last man... or maybe
to hook a man in the first half though, Paul, that's not usual. I'd guess it was fitness related. I don't think he's having a stinker.
No, he's not having a stinker at all, but I said he's left himself in a position where we're vulnerable because he's on a yellow card.
I'm not sure he's quite right. Look, he's not even sprinting out today, so maybe it is more injury related.
Yeah, perhaps. Salah racing away down the left-hand side. Yeah, well done, mate. Can you dig out past anyone? Oh, no. No, it was poor. All the way out for the goal kick over Dubravka's head. Keeper let it go. So they're going to make the change. Robertson is coming on, and yeah, it is Milos Kerkez who's coming off. I mean, Jamie Carragher's calling it good management, which suggests that it's not an injury-related thing. There you go. No, tactical then from the manager. He's obviously decided that that's something that Burnley are going to target.
He's on a yellow because he weren't playing badly.
No, he's playing fine.
Do you think it's just because he's on a yellow?
Yeah, no, 100%. Because he had that one there where the Burnley fans were all cheering for it, where he's climbing on the top of his man. If he's the last man and he does that, that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card, and then he's off, and you've given up your advantage here, and it's very unusual to see a manager do that. But and also,
if you get yourself booked for diving,
you got booked for diving. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking, well, someone might need to take a yellow on the counter.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You've lost that. You've taken that wonderful tactical weapon out of your arsenal.
I don't think he played badly though. He wasn't getting beat.
No, he's fine. He was getting better in the game. A couple of times though, where actually in this position, Andy Robertson! Oh, he's had a shot saved. Andy Robertson, first touch of the football, nearly got a goal. I was about to say, in this area of the pitch, maybe you're better off with Robertson. And look, there you go. That's definitely what I was going to say, I promise. Yeah, because there was one a couple of minutes earlier where he's just camped, just tucked in on the left-hand side in the sort of like advanced left side of 10 position. And Gerrits didn't want it, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense. That was good from Robbo as well, the introduction.
Yeah, it really was. Gravenberch knocks it down to McAllister. Went for the first time volleyed pass. I mean, he got hold of that one. It was nowhere near Mohamed Salah, but it was a nice idea. Like a TK pressure in the goal. He just floats another one up. This time it's Robertson who's under it and deals with it. Robertson again. He's been all over the action since coming into it.
Him and Kyle Walker have been plenty of battles down here. They know each other inside out, those two.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe there is another little thing where have they looked at what Burnley have got so far and said, what we're losing in pace here is not going to cause us. Yeah.
Go on, Hugo.
Ekitike now, left side of the 18-yard box, dancing into the box to the byline. Right footed stop! Oh! It was inches wide of the back post. I don't know if it took a little deflection, but there was no one to turn it in. Everyone left it. It was a great run. Look at him onside. Look at our centre forward onside from a ball over the top. Wild.
Sells this fella for the echo. See you later, mate.
It does.
Ta-ra. Oh, gamble. No one gambles.
There's a bend on it. Like the way he strikes it, I think, just causes it to just curl towards the back post as well.
He's trying to cross it, definitely. Oh, it's need Salah. Where's Salah at the back post?
Gamble. If he's over on that left-hand side, somebody's got to go and drift into his position. It's there for the taking.
Everyone held the line, didn't he? Yeah. Everyone held the run. No one was running. Good to see Ekitike getting involved because I hadn't really seen much of him.
And also, we've had these conversations around how is Isak going to fit in. Well, you know,
he'd score that.
100%. But you can see Ekitike doing good work from the left-hand side there.
Yeah, 100%.
Very similar to what Gakpo's done already.
Speaking of the devil, go on, have a go.
Running towards the 18-yard box. He's got two men with him now. Cuts inside, goes for goal, deflected. He's annoyed with himself, and just pass it, mate. You've had a couple of them now. Just pass them more. I suppose he's got that lucky thing for him going is that you'll never really know if it was a cross or a shot.
No, he's definitely shooting.
But we'll never really know.
Definitely shots.
Yeah. He's got four guys there. He's just got.
That's his goal, I mean, that's what he does.
I know, mate, but like fucking Phil Coutinho would have scored a bazillion goals a season if he could do that every time. Florian Wirtz, far side, out swinger. Doesn't reach a Liverpool player this time. Gravenberch's trying to keep it in. Does but only knocks it. Burnley bound. Wirtz gives it away. It's one over the top. Gravenberch and the goalie's going to gather it. And Alisson Becker, well done. Balls it out quick to Andy Robertson. Good, I like this.
Go, Robbo.
Got some space. Stretch your legs, mate. Does feel a bit, I said this before, Robertson could just run a bit there. And he doesn't.
Well, Van Dijk told him not to, so it was obviously an instruction.
Yeah.
But you are right.
This is what I'm saying. I do feel it's instruction.
Just to slow down.
Yeah, I don't think Liverpool are going absolutely gung-ho. And I don't think that's the worst idea because I think if you do, sometimes, if you throw the kitchen sink at it and you break them down really early, cool. But if you're going all out attack, flat out, you know, every blade of grass, every egg of energy, and it doesn't work, you've got no other gear to go to. Whereas actually testing them without pushing yourself to your limits gives you somewhere to go in the second half. And actually, Burnley can get a inflated sense of confidence, perhaps, and you can break that down.
We said before, like you have to be patient when they're going to play. If that's how they're going to play, like this at home, then
Gakpo now.
And it's no surprise, mate, because
Oh, that's a great... Oh, it's a nice idea. Robertson made the run.
after they got handily spit. I mean, they were from home in the last home game. They kept the clean sheet. They are a good defensive side. Like Scott Parker knows how to set a team up. They're playing 5-4-1 effectively at times. You're gonna need a little bit of magic or something, but I don't think it's like panic stations.
No, and I'm definitely not. I'm saying actually in terms of the way we're playing, it does feel instructional rather than anything else, because Andy Robertson would happily run down the wing there.
Yeah,
and I think they're being told, no, it's all right, get possession, but be more methodical in what you do.
Yeah, there's gears to go up.
But it would be nice.
And I don't think at this moment, and again, you don't want to think things can change, but like Liverpool don't seem too worried about what's coming the other way. So they're happy,
and that gives the managers something to look at half time as well. You know, in terms of how do you shift things up a gear?
And he's very good at that.
Sense of Burnley, yeah, he is. He really is.
He'll see something.
Here's Robertson
Against Arsenal, he changed his whole marking system. He went man to man, and so he'll be working on something.
Gravenberch now, Szoboszlai. Wirtz is with him, doesn't use him. Now Salah does, gives it back to Wirtz. Little close control between the two of them, goes back out to Szoboszlai. Square to Kanate. Liverpool just back to playing it left and right. As Ekatike drifted out to the left-hand side. Gives it to Robertson. Robertson to Gakpo. Gakpo one-on-one with Kyle Walker. Goes back to Ekatike. It's a cool man, but you know, you are the centre forward.
To be fair, McAllister went and got in there, didn't he? When he
plays Kanate now. Wirtz. Szoboszlai leaves it for Salah. Wirtz again. Back to Salah into the box. Heavy touch from Mo. Gives it away.
When you run at that speed, that's so tough.
Yeah, it has to be perfect, doesn't it? But Burnley again, as you were saying earlier on, just emptying it. No thoughts about trying to get themselves out. Just get it clear. There's McAllister now. Robertson makes a little internal run in the space for Gakpo. There's McAllister. It's a bad ball. It's a bad ball. Tried to put a bit of fade on it and just got it neither here nor there, really. Straight out for a goal kick. Maybe 3 minutes of injury time in this one. I would like to see us engineer a real shot across the bow. If not, you know, obviously just engineer a goal. Liverpool, that'd be great. But you know, just another little moment where you can hang your hat on, because they've been a little bit. They've been in rather short supply, I think.
Like I say, it's it's really hard. But again, the only thing I would say is that can you up the tempo a little bit more?
We've had 10 shots so far, and they've all been a bit. Most of them have been a bit speculative. In fact, I tell you what, I'll say this for half time. It's fine. Burnley looking to get out. Kanate looking to keep him in. McAllister needs to do a little bit better there. Burnley getting a few numbers forward, but Liverpool got a lot of green shirts back. Szoboszlai just needs to get back into position. For Burnley with this spell of possession here in Liverpool's half.
Go sit back.
And Galway goes a little bit back. That's it. We'll keep the press on here. That's it. Does well. Ekatike. That's lovely.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, gets Gravenberch on. This might be an opportunity. Sally, you're offside.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's right not to pass him like that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Good feet.
Oh my God. Gravenberch. Robertson coming up on the outside. Gakpo takes it. Go and give it to him, mate. It's a fucking hospital pass. Oh, Wirtz with the control. Go on! Oh! I think it was a bit of a maybe a miss it, left-footed.
What's he give?
Shot.
Offside on him. Did he give handball?
Don't know.
It's not handball if that's what he's give.
Ekatike just didn't sort his feet out there to gamble on it.
I think he's giving handball against Wirtz. I don't think it was though. It was good by Wirtz.
That was a little bit better, you know.
It was really good.
What I'm talking about, giving us just something to say. Here's what we're doing. He left Robertson with no choice but to just kick that as hard as he possibly could across the box there. Yeah, don't hate that. A long old kick, old school. Van Dijk heads it away. Burnley will gather this one this time and drive into Liverpool territory. For how long we shall see. Good pressing from Liverpool here. Robertson does well. And McAllister buys the free kick. Excellent.
Get out the way, lad.
Kick it at him. That's it. That's a yellow card, ref. Thanks. No. Nice. Gravenberch's been really good
Yeah.
so far. I think I'd probably say he's been our best player. In terms of everything good we've done has stemmed from him doing something really good.
Yeah.
Canati then, last 10 seconds of the half. Suggest this one might peter out unless they can do something with this one last moment. Wirtz got Gakpo on his left, doesn't use him, goes to McAllister. Robertson, referee blows up. There we go, half time. Then it is Burnley 0, it is Liverpool 0, and the Reds, though very much on top, very much expected to be on top by the way that Burnley have set up. By their style of play and what have you, so much so that, and I'm sure this will update again in a second, but Liverpool ended the half with 78% possession of the football, which you would very much expect. Let's have a little look at some of the bits and pieces then in terms of stats-wise from that half. The momentum chart we can get up on screen in a moment basically shows you everything that you need to know. The momentum, there we go. Apart from two tiny little flurries from Burnley, which I couldn't, maybe that free kick that they had when it was headed towards our goal was probably one of them. But other than that, it's been significantly Liverpool. And the onus is stay on them to go and make things happen. And so far, we haven't done that quite enough.
No, you're right. But again, I think Liverpool have fashioned enough at times where it's almost been right, but it hasn't just been right. Like say, you've had a couple of opportunities there where someone could have had a tapping twice at the back post if they're just a little bit sharper. Again, as soon as I said after 10 seconds, oh my God, look how they're doing. Like they are everyone back. This is going to be one of those slog of a games. It's so hard to do this for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what Liverpool are going to do. If you dominate the ball, have them shuffling sideways, moving everywhere, then you are going to eventually, you'd like to think with the quality on the pitch, get one. I think the problem we've got is all our most creative players are just that's where all their men are. It's no surprise that Gravenberch has been the best of them, where he gets it a little bit deeper and has been able to advance past people. Mm-hmm. It's been really tough once you got anywhere near their box to go through banks of 4, a 4 and a 5, or a 5 and a 4.
Well, you find then that what they're doing is that they're defending the wide positions really well as well. So Gakpo's doing that come inside thing. Cool, I know that's his thing, and it definitely works for him. He's running into traffic again, and Salah's not even getting that far. Salah's being totally swamped on that side, whereas the best both sides have looked, both wings have looked, is when Wirtz has gone over and given them an extra number, and actually Robertson, we've looked better on that left-hand side since Robertson's come on for the final spells of that half as well, because be brave, chuck another man into the mix and try and create an overload and throw some uncertainty into what you're doing, because it can become a little bit formulaic, where some of the best stuff, Robertson, in fact the only shot we've had that's caused a save from the goalkeeper was Andy Robertson drifting into a more central position. Ekitike had that great shot, they registered it as a shot on SofaScore, which I disagree with. I thought it was a cross, but him getting out and drifting out and stuff, so there's encouraging signs. It just hasn't been
brilliant. And what I would say, mate, like with a year and a bit into Arne Slot's football now, this is what it is. Mm-hmm. Liverpool will never go gung-ho in the first half and go kitchen sink. That's just not what they're told to do. Yeah. Sometimes you might want that. Jurgen Klopp's side would sometimes do that. It is just different. There are gears to go if they want to, but like I say,
you've got to trust that these games, as much as you can change the complexion of them. You can. It is entirely possible to go and blitz this and get this done early doors. But on the balance of probabilities for how these games are played, for the existence of football, it's going to be a war of attrition. It's going to be a 95, 100-minute football match, and you might have to win it with a set piece in the last 15 minutes or something like that. Yeah. So don't burn yourself out. See if you can do it as a war of attrition, but in a positive sense for you. And I think Liverpool are doing that. Whether it works, we'll have to see in the second.
The best part have come when we've moved the ball quickly. So Gravenberch beats his man and then we go, because that's how you break through the lines. And I'd like to see a bit more of that. We are getting some joy down the left. Kyle Walker over there is having a bit of a torrid time. Gakpo's had him a couple of times. Ekitike just beat him there. Robertson got in as well. So it isn't like we haven't been on the front foot and been aggressive with it, but there's another gear to go up. There's a bit more quality. Interesting enough, it's all, again, maybe it is tactically, maybe it's just the way the team's set up, it's all been down the left. You think Szoboszlai and Salah, they haven't really had a kick. Mm-hmm. They haven't gone down there. I haven't seen the...
We have actually quite a bit, but it's it's Salah needs at the moment. There's so much. They've got so many men over there that I think Salah needs someone to play some more passes. And actually, the couple of times where Salah started to look a little dangerous again, have Vert, Szoboszlai, and Salah get Szoboszlai up. Try and engineer ways where you can tuck Salah into the 18-yard box. Whereas it's interesting because just looking at their SofaScore numbers so far, Gakpo's the shining light in terms of non-centre backs for us so far. But he's so good at those archetypal 1v1, situations. Get the ball to him, run at your fullback, take him on. And where Salah isn't really doing that, that's It's
tough, like I say, and I can see a lot of comments here having a little go at Florian Wirtz. I thought he'd been all right. But like I say, it hasn't been unstoppable for Liverpool, and no one's been amazing. I think there's enough signs there to suggest that we're going to break this down at some point.
Yeah.
But it's been tough going. But it's really difficult to play against this type of team. You're going to have to be patient.
The slight issue we've got is just in terms of what you're doing off the bench here, because it could be a Rio and Gamoa type game because he is just one of those lads who will get on the ball and dribble and take people on and actually open up space. So that's okay. Chiesa, kind of similar thing. I think your big change is at fullback. I don't think we need Szoboszlai at right back, but he's a midfielder playing right back. So is Szoboszlai playing right back more attacking than having Conor Bradley play at right back or Jeremy Frimpong playing at right back? Maybe. And that goes back to my conversation before about how do you shift up a gear? Because for me, I would maybe be looking to put Szoboszlai into the midfield, but I don't know who I would be taking out to do that.
Yeah, maybe McAllister, and you can move Szoboszlai and put Conor Bradley. Again, it's much. There's Liverpool got options. But yeah, again, I go back to it. I don't think anyone's playing like shit. It's been really tough to try and break them down. They have done it a couple of times. It just hasn't been quite there. And again, if a couple more people gamble at the back post, Liverpool could be 2 up.
Yeah.
What I would say is that the longer it's 0-0, Burnley grow in confidence, and it only takes one slight moment, you know what I mean? And they haven't really shown that. The best one they had was that Anthony shot, and that's a tough one. It comes from Virgil's mistake, so you've got to be wary of that. Mm-hmm. And like I say, there's no one sitting here saying Liverpool have been brilliant, because they absolutely have. They've been absolutely 6 out of 10, whatever. But again, I go back to, mate, this is what Arsenal football is like. Sometimes it isn't action-packed. Yeah. I go back to how many games last season where it was like this, where the first half is almost a fact. Last week was a bit like this against Arsenal, and then they changed something at half time and figured something out. Yeah. And I'd like to think that they're doing that again.
I think it feels to me more tactical tweak than personnel changes at this point. I think Robertson was a good call for a couple of reasons. I think Kerkez is just the kind of lad who's going to get himself. He could make this much harder. Could have made it harder work than it needed to be if he got himself sent off.
It's a very pragmatic decision. That's a big decision for the manager to do that. And he clearly said to him, he wasn't injured. I thought maybe he's injured, because you're right. I thought it was an odd one to do, but he's clearly thought you're going to get sent off. And listen, he dived. Like the thing was, when he dived, he was in such a good position. He didn't need to he just crossed the ball, lad. And it's again, he's a young lad. He's a very young player, Kirk, hasn't he? Learn, but how you learn is A, first of all, get off the pitch so you don't get sent off, and B, next time he goes to Derby, he'll be thinking, well, I'm not doing that again. And rightly so. I have no issue with players going down in the box, but make sure you freaking touch first. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that.
I said it, but this is the thing. I think it's stupid, but at the same time, you run into those situations, and you've got in the split second, you've got a decision to make. And I think he's gone, I'm going to get webbed here, so I'm just going to go down and get the penalty. And the shoulder comes in, but the tackle doesn't. And so he gets the slightest of touches, and he goes with it. And because he's decided he's going down. And you're right, he should just decide to get to the byline and cross it. And it's easy to say this. I think Andy Robertson decides to get to the byline and cross, although does Robertson have the pace to be in that position nowadays? Who knows? He's made a bad call. He's picked up the yellow card, whatever. Look, I think this game is gonna live and die for Liverpool on the lads who are playing in and around the forward line. So I think more from Florian Wirtz, and I think more from whomever in the midfield is being tasked with getting up a little bit more. I think more from the fullbacks, definitely, and I think McAllister needs to get a little bit further forward as well. I
think
so. Yeah,
like I say, if you're going to make changes again, it maybe Conor Bradley makes, like what you said, makes sense, and maybe can you get Szoboszlai into midfield? Maybe McAllister with that ankle, we don't know how he is. Maybe you do something there. It doesn't feel yet like a Chiesa type game.
No.
He's more like a running behind type striker, and that isn't there. Ngumoa, you are right, we'll just beat a man. But I think Gakpo's doing well.
Listen, if it becomes a game where we've ramped up the intensity over and over again, and we're compressing the field down, so they're just defending an 18-yard box, and instead of volleying it then to the edge of our 18-yard box, they're clearing it to the halfway line, and we're keeping this going. Chiesa could come in and score the goal like he did the other week, at Anfield, because he's got that kind of pop up somewhere in the box and get a toe on something important. But you're right, I wouldn't be. Chiesa's he's only going to come on if Ekitike is tired. I think that's the nature of what his role is in the squad, and it's whether have we got a two up top formation that we're looking at with Ekitike and Isak? Because if we are, then I would be putting Rio and Ngumoa on and moving Gakpo central and having a look at that. But right now we are probably half an hour of football away from getting anywhere near that. And the mission for Liverpool is to really just make life as hard for Burnley as it possibly be. Harder than they have done in the first half. But again, you're right. I would anticipate that naturally happening.
Should we have a break?
Let's have a little break. Thank you so much for joining us for the first half so far. Stay tuned. If you haven't dropped a like, do. Subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll be back after these important messages. Hey everyone, it is a new month, which means only one thing. It's time for a new Legend giveaway here at the Redmen TV. If you are already an existing Legend subscriber, you're already in the hat. But if not, what are you waiting for? Get yourself subscribed now as a Legend, and you will be in with a chance of winning this stunning piece of memorabilia. That's right, an iconic vintage Liverpool shirt signed by former Reds captain, legendary Phil Thompson. Only was a playing career boss, he went on to have a pretty significant coaching career at the football club as well. So proper Liverpool legend status right there. You will get loads of amazing perks as a Legend subscriber, as well as a chance of winning that beautiful piece of kit alongside me. Get yourself there now. Get it done. redmenplus.com. Legend subscriber. See you soon.
We've uncovered a host of Liverpool legends that we believe are owed medals from seasons in the past. It startled me, some of the people we're discussing here, because you just don't expect it.
Jan Molby, what a pass for the football.
He made the game look easy.
Couldn't bring into the team, he was one of the best teams the club's ever had.
Going back to the group I was with, Sammy Lee was the one who made it into the first team, but he had to get ahead of Jimmy Case.
Sammy just was so in the infancy of his career.
Although it was frustrating, I knew even when the time come, then I'd be ready.
Phil Neal, the most decorated Liverpool player of all time.
Dad liked him and Liverpool signed him.
The chief scout, he said to me, I went home and told Bob Paisley, go and buy him now.
I don't think anyone can speak about David Fairclough without saying super sub.
Part of the conversation I had with Bob Paisley while I was away seemed to intimate that perhaps they were tiring a little bit of me.
Gary Gillespie was huge.
Tasked with the job of breaking up Adam Hansen and Mark Lawrenson.
Ronnie Rocket. He just took the league by storm.
No one was going to knock him off the ball. Battering ram who could go through defenders.
Now it's about getting the Liverpool legends. You've just heard all about the medals. They were never officially awarded.
Hello. I needed to bear right at the moment when you came back. I was like, just be quiet for a second. Well done. Hi, everyone. It is the Watchalong. Thank you for joining us. I'm Paul Machin. Steve Hoare is alongside me. It is Burnley 0, Liverpool 0. And the Reds need to do more and better in the second half, really. Conor Bradley is coming on. That's a big decision.
Don't hate it.
No, and I wonder whether it's as simple as just straight off for Szoboszlai, or do you?
No, it'd be McAllister for me if I'm doing anything.
I suppose he did take that.
He took that knock on the ankle. You don't want to go down to having no options left. So I think I'd go Szoboszlai in and around the box a bit more. And it doesn't, maybe someone who can have a shot a little bit as well, a bit more different, but I don't think McAllister had his best game. I think his decision-making's been off, and it's actually, again, it's worth mentioning, he got wellied, and I'm surprised he carried on. I was delighted he did, but after that, he made a couple of those long passes where it just didn't look quite right, and sometimes you get in at half-time and you look at your ankle and you realise, oh shit, like, it might be a bit of that, but I don't think it's a bad move. What it will do, what Conor Bradley will do more than maybe Szoboszlai, he'll go on the overlap, and there might be something there, because Liverpool have got in the most when they've gone down to the byline on the left. Bradley will offer you the opportunity to do that on the right. So I would go for McAllister, but we'll wait and see.
I agree. I look one or the other. I mean, the thing is, we're now playing a game every 3 to 4 days, so we're actually, there you go, Szoboszlai's still on the pitch, so that tells you everything you need to know. It will be.
The interesting one though, Paul, was he could have gone Frimpong there. It didn't have to be Bradley, it could have been Frimpong.
And again, going back to our an hour or so ago now conversation, I just wonder with Frimpong where Bradley's just further along, isn't he, in terms of his recuperation or whatever. He's played in the international break. He's the most right back of the right backs that we own. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I want to see. I think Conor.
It was from McAllister, by the way.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, sensible decision.
And we're on the way. Here we go.
Okay then. Yeah, Canate. Once again with the big header. And yeah, throw in. Cool. There you go, yeah. How's everyone feeling? It seems to be as
if you read the YouTube chat, it's
you'd think Liverpool would fuck like
8-0, but
yeah,
that's YouTube.
Yeah, that is entirely YouTube. Did that end of the pitch look like that? Was that a big screen or was it a reflection? It just looked like there was the top of the stand was missing there. I was a bit confused for a moment. Anyway, something I should have just had a conversation with myself inside my head. Virgil van Dijk, Robertson. Obviously left hand side to Gakpo. Robertson just cuts short instead of going for the overlap. And we know what the shape of the game is. We know what the mission is. We've seen this game played out a bazillion times. I remember, that famous game where the season Sadio Mane signed and he plays against Arsenal, is brilliant, then misses this, and we just have an afternoon of watching Liverpool aimlessly bang on the door from 35 yards. We've done, when we've gotten into good positions, they are the positions you want to be getting into.
Yeah, they're doing the right things to get there. It doesn't, the last bit hasn't been great yet.
Yeah, a little deflection. Szoboszlai's over on the right hand side at the moment, which is an interesting thing.
I mean, Virtus can go where he wants, can't he?
Yeah, I wonder whether that's a thing though. To go and it's more of it's definitely a single pivot with Gravenberch.
100%.
Szoboszlai from the right and Virtus more from the left hand side now. And that way, at least, it's got a bit more structure. You say, Bert, actually, you know what? You work it out with Gakpo, and Szoboszlai, you work it out with Salah. Gakpo to the byline. He tripped. Corner ball.
He had Kyle Walker for dead. Again, he's really struggling, is Walker.
Yeah.
Gakpo wanted the foul.
Yeah, why not? Let's see him again. Again, decides to go outside for him. Doesn't for pace, goes all the way around him. Walker has a little nibble. Not enough, I think, for a penalty there, but a little pull on the shirt and everything.
Yeah, it's not a foul, is it?
And then he just manages to knock it out for the goal kick as his career flashes before his eyes. Corner again to Liverpool then. Salah's going to block the goalie off again, which I guess suggests didn't swing it. It is near post. TK went for the flick on, didn't get it.
With his boot, a flying kick or something.
Still going. Szoboszlai's up, convincing. Oh my God, over the bar from Gravenberch. That effort was absolutely unbelievable. Struck it on, I think, on the half volley. Venomous over, but yeah, dangerous little moment there.
Yeah, it's just bouncing around. It just forced him on the volley.
Oh, yeah, it's actually on the volley.
Oh, it's not miles away.
Maybe at the target from there.
Just gets on. Oh, it's a flex. It should be a corner. It is 29.
Yeah.
No one saw that. It should have been a corner,
yeah. Definitely. Verge again with the big header. TK's underneath it. Trying to bring someone into play. Well defended by Burnley. Liverpool going to go and put pressure on Dubravka. Sticks it back from whence it came. Bradley controls it. Goes shoulder to shoulder. Gives the ball away. Szoboszlai though recovers it. Well done. He's got Wirtz ahead of him. Floats it over to Cody Gakpo. Bad touch from the Dutchman. Will keep it in play.
He's the ball, mate. He's having Kyle Walker for dead. Yeah. Keep feeding him the ball.
Robertson.
Bradley.
Bradley got underneath it. Oh! Went wide of the far post. Okay, cool.
I like the
Better.
start. I like the start, and it's another corner. Liverpool, the tempo's been much quicker.
I think it's telling that Slot has seen the shape of this game and gone, us carrying on to do what we do is fine, but we can go more here, and you can already see that in that run from Conor Bradley.
Yeah, and from Capo, mate, early doors. Yeah,
Bosley's place, he's playing in the same position, but we've just got another player there as well. It's good. Corner, another in-swinger, another one testing for the goalkeeper, gets a fist on that one. Yeah. Bradley keeps it alive. Florian Wirtz, he's got Ekitike out wide. He's going to clip it into Salah. Lovely little turn from Mo. Was tackled in the end, and then ball's clipped off his ankles and a goal kick to Burnley.
Clever. I think it was Kyle Walker.
Ganto wants a song. Let's have a song.
You get a sense if something's going to happen for us, it's going to be from the left with Gakpo getting the better of Kyle Walker.
Fewest in his Premier League career. Wow, Salah's only ever scored 1 goal in 10 appearances in Burnley. Wow. Wirtz, first time volley. Ekitike being dragged there. If this play on, Gakpo goes shoulder to shoulder again. Fighting for that one. Nothing doing. Throwing to Burnley. Whew. Kyle Walker's going to take that throw in. Crossing the halfway line. I don't know, down the line. Robertson deals. Wirtz controls. Gives it to Gravenberch under pressure. Gets it out. Now he's one to drive forward with. Bradley for the give and go. No, Salah's got space to get it to Szoboszlai.
Didn't need to do that.
It's too much.
Come on, Sobo.
Yeah.
Didn't need to do that. He was in so much space. He's just had something just a little bit too elaborate. But again,
trying to play with Mo Salah is it's not wrong to try and play football with Mohamed Salah. We need to do a little bit more of that, I think, but it was a big ask. It was a big ask. It was to be able to flick that one back over the shoulder, round the corner. Yeah, too much.
I think we started this half well.
Yeah, Maxi Scott in the comments here saying we've upped the tempo.
Yeah, 100%. Oh.
Burnley remain frustratingly compact. The ball runs over the top to Alisson Becker. It is mad, isn't it? Yeah.
Webb's it out. That's a good throw.
It's a great throw. Robertson now goes. Is Wirtz just a little bit behind Bradley? Slows the play down, gives it to Salah. Salah's very isolated though. He's got 3 men. Wirtz plays the give and go. Back to Wirtz. Can you get to Bradley? You can do. That's great football. Looks for Szoboszlai. Lies into the box, gets forced to the ground, gets back to his feet.
Good football again.
Burnley clear it away. Yeah, absolutely. That was much, much better. And again, went for a moment there of Salah completely on an island surrounded by Burnley players. Wirtz gets over and all of a sudden you've got a little 3-man system going. Very, very good.
They did well to find Sobo. We took crowds though. It was better.
Wirtz and Szoboszlai just playing a little give and go. Wirtz floats it to Robertson.
Yeah, give it to Cody. Have a go at him, Cody.
Yeah, back to Gakpo. He's going to go outside this time. Back to Robertson, takes a touch. Goes to Van Dijk. Back to Robertson. He's going to line up across. He is, Ekitike just over his head.
I think he fouled him as well.
Yeah, he pushed his man to the ground, and then by the time he peels away, it's gone over his head.
Just 2 hands in the back. You're never going to get away with that.
Okay then. Yeah, much improved from Liverpool in the half so far. Dubravka takes the goal kick, sends it long. Canate this time. Salah is beaten to that one, but it will be a Liverpool throw in right on the halfway line. Szoboszlai takes it quickly and gives it back to Canate.
Can we go back to Alisson throw to Robertson before, by the way?
Yeah.
Type of thing that just gets you on the front foot straight away.
Yeah, definitely. Canate, Van Dijk.
Yeah, again, I know I'm going on about it, but I just keep feeding Cody Gakpo.
Yep. Canate now. Bradley's tucked in. Wirtz between the lines. So tight, so congested. Trying to make something like that is ridiculous skill from Wirtz. Comes away with it. Szoboszlai's got it. Bradley goes outside Salah. Wirtz trying to find Salah again. Does. There's Szoboszlai. Well done. Yeah, getting good numbers up.
Nice.
Better. Bradley's made the run. Oh, Wirtz tried the return pass. Didn't come off.
Here's the counter.
Shut the door. Szoboszlai's got a motor back. It's a 2-on-2.5 by Sex Van Dijk. Well done.
I thought for a second he's left. I thought our defenders left that for each other.
Yeah. They pulled that with it just about from the end there. Ekitike's drifted wide. He wasn't on.
It's a poor ball by Gakpo, to be honest.
He was a bit flat-footed as well, though, wasn't he? Ekitike. Yeah. He had won it back. Robertson. And
Bradley,
again,
I think it was Bradley.
This is the game, Steve. They're offering nothing going the other way. Liverpool just keep getting back on the ball, and it's almost like how quickly can you get the ball into a dangerous position again? Wirtz has drifted to the left. He's into the box. He's still going. Florian Wirtz drives. Oh, just wide of the far post.
He's getting more on the ball and in good areas, which is good. The drop of the shoulder sent about 2 of them for the echo, but yeah, just couldn't get his foot around it. There, he sends a few of them. That's going to be tough to score from there, though.
Yeah, it really was. But yeah, it was a nice little build-up. But again, yeah, if you can score. But if you can't, sow some seeds of doubt and discontent into the Burnley defenders' minds. At the moment, there's a lot of them being stood in positions they want to be stood in and heading stuff out and kicking stuff away. Twist them up a bit, have them wondering where the next attack's going to come from. That's what you've got to do. It needs lots of bravery, and it needs lots of movement. And when you've got on the ball, either move it quickly or try and take a man on, try and change the landscape. And we've definitely done that loads better in the first 10 minutes of this half.
Just haven't quite got the last bit. I mean, Dubravka hasn't had to do too much.
Oh, ball to Gravenberch. It's a heavy one, but gets it to Wirtz. Punches to Szoboszlai. It's a bad cross straight into the hands of Dubravka there. It was...
He couldn't wrap his foot around that, could he?
No, he really didn't. And it ended up being half. Ekitike's on the floor. Fair play. I'm going to win this one. Free kick to Burnley. Yeah, Szoboszlai was one of them where it was so mishit that it was almost a half decent shot. As it was a bit crap.
I don't think Virgil needed to do that, but it was a foul.
But there are those moments as well where they've offered so little, but don't let them think you're having an easy life. And Conor Bradley tracking back. He actually needed support there. Salah's a little bit late to the party.
That's going on.
Liverpool managed to get a goal kick from that one, but that was a little stupid moment there. Not from Bradley, because there's only so much you can do at stretch, to get up and get the header on that. Someone needed to be around to help him out with the second ball there.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's all you got to make sure you do your defensive jobs and track your runners and the basics.
And they're the things that go wrong in games like that, where you do just go out. You trust it'll be fine, but yeah, sometimes it's not. Kanate and Van Dijk just playing 1-2s along the halfway line. Kanate crosses into Burnley territory, gives it to Gravenberch to keep this tempo up. Robertson, Gravenberch
to throw the ref out of the way a bit there.
Yeah, Wirtz needs more movement. Ekitike's getting on his toes there.
Yeah, done well.
Good God, that is incredible. Ekitike, keep going. Fab needs to find a pass. Can't get it to Szoboszlai, deflected away. Ekitike somehow still got it. And a huge clearance from Burnley.
The little pass from Wirtz into Ekitike, and then he was just like, I go back to it, there was just like 7 or 8 men all around him. That was the difficulty.
But this is the thing, get Wirtz on the ball in those positions and then move around. He'll find you. Honestly, it's like the last of the Mohicans. He will find you. Here he is again. Ekitike nodded down by Robertson. Ooh. Bradley nearly got him behind there. It's cleared away, and it will be a Liverpool kept in play by Gakpo, left-hand side. Robertson, Gakpo, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai.
He's
going to hit it indeed. He's hit it! What a save! What a save from Martin Dubravka. Great hit from Dominic Szoboszlai.
Good strike.
From distance. Oof.
I mean, he certainly caught it.
Yeah.
It's straight in it. He wants that to curve a little bit more, but It's a good strike. Yeah, the goalie should save it, to be honest.
Dipping, to be fair, which actually makes it harder for the goalkeeper because he almost dives past it.
He does well, but I don't mind that.
Good hit, good hit. Well, again, just fine. Worry them. It's another shot on target.
Another corner.
Don't keep doing that, but add it as a thing you're allowed to do. Gakpo again going for the in-swing against Salah. Virgil crowding the goalkeeper a bit more now. Back post over everyone. Out for the goal kick. Bad corner, that.
Yeah, first one he's got wrong, really. That was poor.
Yeah, you can see Dubravka. He's in danger of just jumping past that one. Yeah, it dips towards him.
You can definitely strike them from there, so I don't mind that.
Yeah, don't mind it at all. Sting the palms of the goalie. Okay, we're coming up on the hour mark on this game. Definitely been improved in the second half, but as yet, no breakthrough for Liverpool.
Nice.
Well done, Conor Bradley, defending really well there.
Give it on, boys. He's done well.
Oh, he's done brilliantly, Conor Bradley.
Szoboszlai
does great. Come on,
let's go, Liverpool.
Where's your next pass?
Let's go, Liverpool.
Got to keep front foot. Oh, just slows it down.
Keep going.
Robertson cuts inside.
Needs a ball. Let's go.
Goes back to Szoboszlai. Gakpo's wide left. Go on, use him.
Beating Cody.
TK's drifted over. It means Vert's drifted into the 9.
He's got him again.
He's done him. He has done him. The cross is to no one. Oh, that's good defense.
Went out.
Oh,
was he dropped it?
Oh,
went out.
Corner. Well done for him, Verts, though.
You say the cross was done. It was bad because like 2 made the near post run and 1 made the far post run. It just dipped in the middle of them. Which is how's your luck?
Yeah.
But Kyle Walker gets away with that there because Liverpool's taking it short.
Taking it short and quickly. Suppose like outside of the boot. He's going to gather this one, Gravenberch. Salah now. He floats one up. That's a great opportunity. Oh, it's a terrible header from Andy Robertson. Across the 6-yard box and out for a goal kick. Liverpool, this is what I was talking about at half time. They're ramping up the pressure now. In the first half, we were doing okay things, but it felt like the game was being played in the full half.
He'd been offside there.
We're squeezing it down to like half of their half at this point now. Really starting to keep them penned in.
Yeah, I think that was offside anyway, but...
Pardon me.
You're right.
6 shots, 1 on target. It's the 16 touches in the opposition box in this half so far. That is a good sign of Liverpool doing things right. When they've got so many men in that area, if you can get on the ball in that area, then you're doing well. Verts now, lovely control, coming forward, plays it to Gakpo. Robertson's on the outside.
Don't use him, come and shoot.
Use him, comes back to Florian Wirtz.
Good block.
Well blocked down, yeah. Another throw in for Liverpool.
To be honest, I don't think, looking from that angle, it was going to be on target. They're going to their bench.
Yep. And this will be interesting to see whether Burnley actually are going to go for this, are going to change anything, or is this just a case of
fresh legs, isn't it?
Yeah, fresh legs and stick to the game plan. Okay.
Where have we got? Good ball.
So
go on, have another go.
Don't shoot me, Christ.
Oh, I wanted them to there.
Here's Gravenberch, Canate now.
He's the only one. I don't mind having a go from there.
Yeah.
It might cause like a little ricochet or a deflection, or the goalie could let it go. But
Salah's too far away from the action there.
That's fine.
Done now. Gravenberch lining up Szoboszlai.
The ref got in his way twice.
He did. He really did. It's so annoying. Got to win this ball back. Szoboszlai just bundles his man.
That all comes for fucking Michael Oliver getting in the way.
Yeah. Okay.
The game plan, their game plan's working. We said this, it's working well for them.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing.
I said it's going to be one of them, but you've got to be patient.
Newly promoted side, they get a point. To Liverpool, that's a belter of a point.
I don't think they get me 1-0. They're
above, yeah. Well, that's above and beyond your plans for the season, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, half an hour, probably more or less, including injury time.
I think that's the big difference of the teams who have come up this year, last year. Like they're not as open, all of them. Leeds maybe a little bit, but definitely Sunderland and today Burnley.
Well done, Bradley. Lovely little touch again. He's got Salah on the outside, uses him. Gakpo's back post. Salah goes for the first time, right-footed cross, and actually it is.
Tell you what, mate, Mo is having a bit of a stinker again.
He's having a stinker of a season.
Yeah, he's not started the season. Yeah, no, we said this on the build-up show. Like he isn't himself.
You know that thing where normally when he has a summer off, he comes back the best player on the planet.
Yeah.
Now, I would remind people that few people seem to have taken it as the death of Diogo Jota quite as visibly hard as Mo Salah. And that's not to. You can't compare. You don't know how people deal with grief, but we've seen how we've just seen it in Salah. You saw it, clapping in front of the cop, a few.
But he
weeks
hasn't.
ago.
It's all right. He isn't having a good season. Like I said, it's unlike him to start poorly. He usually gets worse. He usually starts fine. But yeah, that's something up.
No, that was the wrong decision. There.
No fouls, boys. That'll go.
Canate, Bradley, who started this game really well off the bench. That's a Liverpool throw-in. Well done. 65 minutes. I mean, bench-wise, again, you're back to Chiesa and Rio and Frimpong. Yeah, but having made the Bradley sub,
Frimpong has to be a right wing, wouldn't he?
It would be maybe you push Salah central and
get him off.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's any need to panic just yet.
No.
And Liverpool won't. Listen, they didn't panic at 100 minutes. You know what I mean? Like they won't panic. Yeah. They'll back themselves, but
yep. There's Canate. I was going to say a few minutes ago, Canate's been on the ball loads less, and that's been a good thing for us. But this last few minutes, he's been on it well more on the edge, back in that position, sort of 35, 40 yards from goal on the right-hand side. You want a creative player in there if you can. Gakpo gives it off to Robertson, digs the cross out deep. Dubravka can only punch it. Salah can just about keep it alive.
What do you manager can do something, and he's done this before, by the way. He's took Canate off and put Gravenberch deeper.
Yeah, that's one of your other moves there. Yeah.
And put another attacking midfielder on, maybe.
Gravenberch's going to go for goal. It was deflected. Someone should have gambled and punted that one down, I think, there. Maybe Gakpo. Anyway, ball is with Dubravka. Headed away by Conor Bradley. Ekitike's gone out the game, hasn't he?
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of them.
The free kick to Liverpool inside their half.
I think, I keep saying it, oh my God, he's your man. Give him it.
Yeah.
We haven't seen enough of him in the last 10 minutes. There you go.
There he is again. Great run from Robertson. What can you do, Andy? Tries to stand the cross up. It keeps it alive. Szoboszlai with the strike.
Good block.
Charge down.
They've made some really good blocks.
Great tackle. Ibu Canate keeping the ball penned in there. Salah gets it to Bradley. Great touch. Driving forward. Still going. Oh, he's well tackled there. Just needed to go play the give and go there, really.
There's the counter.
Burnley coming forward on the counter attack. Gravenberch's racing back. Does well. Oh, that was a bit silly. Doesn't matter. Virgil van Dijk. What the fuck was that? Just pass it to Robertson. Burnley still have the ball. And
good.
This time,
we have defended well, you know.
Yeah, we defended really, really well there. But carrying it up the pitch. Ekitike's drifted left. Got a lot of players on that left wing now. Robertson's going to try and shift the angle of attack to Szoboszlai through the middle. Now to Salah. Keep going, mate. Give him support. Salah. Wirtz. Oh, still. God, Burnley have got so many men back. Not to Bradley again. Szoboszlai's the ball. Needs to do something. Tries the cross. Charge down. Throw in to Liverpool. Their subs have just disrupted things a little bit for us. We've had a little lull, I think, over the last few minutes. This just feels like we're starting to creep our way back out of it again. There's Bradley. No one in the box other than Ekitike. Again, needs more movement from Liverpool here. Just working it from right to left. Robertson, Gravenberch. It's going to work its way surely over to support. Oh no, Salah.
Nice.
Oh, again, intricate football. Wirtz and Salah just trying to link up in that last
I just don't think he needed to do that.
No.
I think he could have turned. Actually, we get this angle, don't we? But
yeah. Canate has it again, just on the halfway line. And again, Liverpool looking to build up. Bit drops in, gets it. Bradley gives it away. Canate will recover. Come on, Liverpool. Okay, Gravenberch. Conor Bradley now on the right hand side. It's again drifting over. Gives it to Salah. Ekitike's the ball. Where's his pass? It's a vert. It's lovely. Oh, Bradley and Salah both made a run. It just couldn't quite thread it through, and Alisson will come all the way out and claim it, and again go back to Canate. And
it's again, defence, isn't
it? Yeah, absolutely. It's funny. Do you see that they've just done a Legends game over in the Far East of a team of attackers versus a team of defenders, like Gerrard and Henry and all that versus like all the defenders. This is that. This is that game, except with young players. Robertson, Van Dijk. Great ball to Gravenberch. His touch just actually let him down for the first time on the day. Canate keeps it in, but again, this is it. It's all being played inside Burnley's half now. Liverpool really ramping up the pressure and the intensity.
I got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, got the ball back there. Misplaced pass is Ekitike. Gravenberch.
Just up the tempo a little bit, I think, if you can, boys.
Yeah. This is just one ball through the lines here. It's just trying to find that ball through the lines. It's so congested. Szoboszlai, Canate, Liverpool just moving it around. 20 minutes to play. All Liverpool. Gakpo now. He's isolated Walker. Goes for the deep cross. Salah at the back post. Gets the header back across. Not cleared properly. Just to the edge of the box. Liverpool again recover possession. Canate. Don't you cross it. Give it to someone else. That's it. Bradley. Back to Canate. He stands it up. Robertson underneath it. Virgil.
It must be hard work for them, but they're doing really well, Burnley, to be fair. Like they're working their nuts off.
Yeah, it's Szoboszlai.
Get the way, ref.
Fix it off the
How many times? You just keep getting in the fucking way.
In the last 5 minutes, they'll have 93% possession, but yeah.
Here's the sub.
TK off. Federico Chiesa on. Oof. As we said.
Yeah, I was drifted out the game.
Yeah.
And he has looked a bit.
He looked then, there was a moment there where he drifted wide left and deep where he was going to try and play like a stupid pass into the box for no reason. And that is the mark of someone who's just like, I can't really offer anything else, but I can make the ball do the running for me. That's not what you need your number 9 for in this situation. So Chiesa will come on centre forward for Liverpool. Canate, Bradley. Canate again. Bradley advances. Again, he needs to give Salah a run, if only just to distract something. The opposition. Back to Canate. And again, it's all going through Canate and Van Dijk again. But it is 20 yards higher up the pitch than it was in the first half, which is good. Bates has drifted over to the left-hand side. Robertson's going to play the cross in. Oh, Chiesa with the header. Didn't get a good connection on it. Goes wide. Great ball in from Andy Robertson. That could have been a big moment there.
Oh, he should have scored.
See it again. Good little movement there from Chiesa, and he's just backpedaling.
He's so angry at himself. He knows he should have done better. I know he's leaning back, but he's got to be. Yeah, he's annoyed at himself. But it was a good ball by Robertson. Yeah. Robertson's played well.
Yeah, he really has. Really has. It's been that type of game for Robertson. Actually, his on the ball qualities.
Yeah, I don't know. He was just giving a stupid foul there.
Have been far better for us in this situation than Kerkers. Although we can't tell because with Kerkers having a bit more pace to go around the outside, might have aided us. He took that decision out of his own hands really by getting the silly yellow card. Okie dokie. I'm going to put Chiesa somewhere.
Can we defend this?
Defend this set piece. So what they're looking for.
Yep. All right.
Slice clearance. And it will offside.
I was half thinking, I wonder if we can clear this and counter, and they're so shit that they couldn't even let us do that because they just went straight to go.
Yeah. Szoboszlai, central midfield.
Go, kite the ball. There we go.
Virtus making a run onto the shoulder of the last man there. Gakpo, left hand side, back to Robertson. Goes inside to Gravenberch. Come on, Liverpool. Keep moving the ball. Bradley now. Salah. Again, Salah's got two men with him. Someone needs to go and make a run and see if they can just pull someone.
Just keep moving the ball, please. Just what I'm saying, just be patient. Just keep the ball moving.
Gakpo now. Up against Kyle Walker. Robertson now frees himself. It's another little chipped cross over everyone's head. Salah will go and gather it.
That was a Jordan Henderson special.
Yeah. See his assist yesterday, actually. Yeah. Szoboszlai drives it left-footed, drags it near of the post and out for a goal kick. Kayser's, begging for the through ball there.
Don't need some shooting.
No, I know, but this is the problem. This is where we're at. We're in fine margins territory here, whereas a game can be won with a moment like that, but you can also play entirely into Burnley's hands. It's why it's so difficult playing games of footy like this. You know, I've seen it countless times over the years.
Obviously, we've got two more subs. We can make one more slot for lack of a better phrase for slot. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and really, you'd probably be making.
Nice.
It's that, Frimpong and that's a foul as well.
More defence. I think Bradley's going to get yellow card for that. Yeah. Dived in.
Frimpong and Rio and Gamoa are the two remaining really viable options. I can't see Trainiani coming into this game. Yeah, I mean they got a yellow card for something not too dissimilar before, so fair enough.
Set piece to defend anyway.
Yep, and again, it's stupid, but that game could hinge on that. You know, you don't have to be a great team to be able to just get a flick on, or get a random bobble from a set piece. What are you doing? Right, yeah, you're
I was trying to get him sent off.
I mean, you cut yourself shaving, mate. Come on.
It doesn't do Burnley any harm.
Has he pulled up both for comparison? Yes, hasn't he? This is what it's meant to look like, ref. And look at what this one looks like. That's a single drop of blood on your leg, mate.
Slowing it down, Burnley, aren't they? No?
That's the thing. But again, I think we've been going at such intensity in this half that it's not the worst thing to gather ourselves and then go again. What you don't want to do is run out of ideas. And the thing that I thought was working for us, though, was getting men around our wide men. And that seems to have stopped in the last few minutes. There was one there where Salah got played. There was exactly three men in a diagonal line in a Burnley shirt between him and their goal. Bradley sat out deep. When you just, Bradley should be allowed to make a run to draw at least one man. And then someone should be coming over the other pass, and it should be Szoboszlai or Wirtz.
Taking the time here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Again, it depends on when and how you do, but I wouldn't. If you took Kanata off and put Gravenberch at the back and gamble and get Rio on, just as another attacking option. I mean, there's a lot that the danger you get into is that you just have loads of attackers and you're all getting each other's way. But, But if you just drop Szoboszlai back one and put Rio or Gakpo in there somewhere, maybe. But
I think Rio's a good sub, and I think Frimpong for the same reason, because they're both players who can take a man out the game with dribbling, and just change the landscape of the game in front of you.
Yeah,
good pressing from Liverpool here, Szoboszlai and Chiesa. It's a big old clearance into the left corner of the pitch. Bradley does well there.
Goal kick as well.
Yeah, I think he got the goal kick. Annoying this day, because again I feel like a broken record when I say this, that I've watched this game played 100 times over the years, and so you can sit here and say all game long, it's this is what they've got to do. It'll come or it won't. Liverpool need to find a way to make it happen. There is time on the clock, but
and they continue to do that for a while, but
that time is starting to run down. They need to amp it up. Salah now. Wirtz, he's getting pushed, and Harry there manages to keep possession as well. Here we go again. Robertson, Gakpo, That's it. See, Robertson's making the run. It just... Szoboszlai tries a little flick onto Canate. Just about gets it. Well done. Bradley now. How's your cross? Not bad, you know. Oh no.
Just never fell for anyone, did it? Everything was on the stretch or a bouncing ball or what have you.
Yeah, throw into Liverpool. Come on, Liverpool. Just win it.
Give us a song. What song? What's the goal song?
What's the goal song?
What song's going to bring us a goal?
Oh, okay. That one that we can barely hear.
That's fine.
Lovely little drop of the shoulder. Corner charge down, another corner to Liverpool. You know what I'd like?
Us to score off the corner.
To score off the corner, yeah, because we've had loads of them, and you should be getting better at them by now, rather than the other way around, whereas it feels like we're actually getting worse at them.
I'm saying outswinger makes sense. A lot of them went too close to the Bravka and we didn't get much. Maybe it's something different.
Yeah. Verta's going to take it. Virgil and Ibu trying to free themselves. Gakpo got the header, directed it towards the back post, and Dubravka can go and claim that one.
Virgil's going to go and press.
Dijk is pressing on the left wing. Probably not as intently as he should have done. Canate wins the header, gives it away. Claims for handball, not given. And Robertson will go back to Alisson Becker.
What's the option here, boys? Come on. Keep working it out.
Yeah. Szoboszlai carrying it forward now. Wirtz drifting ahead of him. There's Bradley. That's a good run from Conor Bradley. Gives Salah a little bit more space to work with. Great turn from Conor Bradley. Oh, no. His option just ran away from him. Szoboszlai back defending. And Bradley goes in. Throw into Burnley. 10 minutes.
Liverpool worked so well. It's a poor ball by Conor Bradley.
Yeah. They were doing the right things up to a point. Burnley with it thrown floated up. Gravenberch heads it down. Szoboszlai tries to flick it on. Doesn't. Another
This suits Burnley, doesn't it? Just a couple of throw-ins down here.
Yeah. Eat into the moment. I said before, they say a 0-0 draw, they'll be fucking made up with that.
Oh, mate, absolutely. Don't blame them. And like I say, their tactic, their defensive plan has really worked.
Yeah.
They blocked, hurried, harried. And Liverpool haven't quite done enough to be able to break them down.
It's that thing, innit, where you say you need to test the goalkeeper more. Testing the goalkeeper more, it means more shots. But Liverpool have resisted the temptation to overshoot. And again, I go back to it. We played this game many years ago. It was effectively Adam Lallana shooting from 40 yards.
I do remember.
Well done, Ibu. That's lovely. Well picked up from Gravenberch. Salah under pressure. Van Dijk little knockdown.
Don't mind that. Let's go, boys.
Come on, Sobbo, run. Szoboszlai's had a good game again. Oh. Just wonder whether there's another sub. I think it is. I can't quite make out who that is. But Liverpool definitely making at least one substitution. And why not? You know, we're closing in on the final stage of the game. You might as well do something. Robertson. They're getting not enough movement ahead of them here. Wirtz does really well to get himself into that 18-yard box. Gakpo now. Van Dijk, Szoboszlai. Gakpo. Walker's out to meet him. Wirtz has got so many men around him. And then he falls over. That's it, well done Liverpool, keep them in. That's it, Liverpool throwing, well done. What?
That was definitely our ball. Don't know how they got that throw.
Oh God, yeah, fine, whatever.
It's clearly our ball, that. We've seen this game plenty of times for Liverpool. Here you go.
And it is the double.
Frimpong and Rio.
Yeah, Jeremy Frimpong and Rio Ngamoa onto the pitch. Just telling Rio, just make something happen. Mate.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's Salah and Gakpo.
Yeah,
just to freshen it up on the wings.
That's exactly what I would do. unless you do the
To grab
centre-back thing.
Yeah, to grab Birch.
one of them.
Centre-back.
Or Szoboszlai, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, there is Gravenberch now, asking Szoboszlai to make a run ahead of him. Still going. Wirtz, nice touch, nice turn.
Fouled, surely. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Chopped down there, and there was no need. He passed the ball.
He's been, but he's off.
That's a second yellow
He's
card.
gone.
Yeah, and Ugachukwu is off. Drama
at Burnley.
I'm so bored of watching this football match. I haven't got like the draw. It was draw. And he's off. It is a red card. Could that be a decisive moment in this football match?
There we go. Does he get the ball?
Wirtz
No, he doesn't get the ball.
takes the ball away from him, gets chopped down outside the penalty area.
Is there a touch on
and
the ball?
Ugachukwu is off.
Nope.
Come on, Liverpool.
10 men. I mean, it doesn't change much. They're going to keep everyone behind the ball.
Yeah. They've just got one less man to put behind the ball.
But what it does, it gives you a dangerous shooting free kick. It's the wrong side for all of our takers.
Yeah.
But you've got Wirtz and Szoboszlai. We've seen score free kicks, of course.
Yeah. Whether Wirtz can do something like he did for Germany in the week, can he just try and drag it a little bit more inside? We'll see. Scott Parker's not happy about that one, but he's being reminded that when you get 2 yellow cards in a game, it equals a red card, and he seems to understand that. That guy looks like a defender. Is that a defender?
2 of them.
Why not?
It's Brozier, isn't it, as well, maybe? But yeah, they're going to take the free kick first.
5 minutes left, plus stoppage time. Burnley down to 10 men. This will only add to the heroic nature of this. And I sound like I'm being like a fucking twat about it or whatever. I can't stress this enough. Burnley should be and would be made up with a point here because they're trying to construct a place in the Premier League. Sound. I'm just really annoyed at watching this game for this entire time that we've been sat here without us being able to do just enough to get over the line. We're back in the territory that we've been in every game this season, where it's late. It's going to be a late goal.
Liverpool have done well there, because they've moved that back about 5 yards.
Yeah.
And it will give Szoboszlai the chance to get it up and under.
Salad as well.
It can't be so.
It's
got to be.
I'm gonna lay this on the line. I don't want Szoboszlai to take this because I think that free kick the other week was so.
It's got to be the
1 in a million.
Make it 2 in a million. I mean, if they want, he can just play Wirtz.
There's no way Szoboszlai can score that goal.
They could just play Wirtz.
Come on. No, because it's. That free kick technique is so unreliable.
Should just pass that to Wirtz, mate. Look at that. Just play him in.
Yeah.
It's too straight that for a right footer. I was saying that before.
Yeah. Here come the changes. Wirtz is off.
And Kanate, yeah, that's the other one.
Wow. Well, yeah, Florian Wirtz's Liverpool career just yet to light the touch paper on it. Yeah, Ibu Kanate then and Wirtz.
I wonder if it was what it was going to be until the red card. Maybe it was always going to be that.
Maybe.
But
I to the point. I mean, it's weird because there's only so many attacking players you can put on the pitch, right? But also we're in territory now where go man for man, just lump a load of players up and around there and hope that something bobbles in your favour.
And Rio can beat him, man.
And so, yeah,
I don't know where he's going to play with, though.
From.
I'm guessing Salah's going up front.
Hopefully it means that you just took Salah and Gakpo in a little bit more, and then you've got those two on the outside of them. Yeah. I mean, name a formation, do what you please. Doesn't really matter at this point. It's sort of Virgil on his own at the back. Robertson's got the cross. Oh, it's deflected. It's kept alive by Gravenberch. Salah, come on, you've got a runner outside, mate.
Come on, Mo. He's having a really
exactly.
Another poor game.
Yeah. Oh, he's a big boy, isn't he?
It is Brozier, isn't it?
Ugh. It's going to be my match review at this stage. Okay, we are into the dying embers of this football match. Dubravka's got another goal kick. There's a minute left of normal time. I can't imagine there's going to be tons of injury time in this one, Steve. Obviously, plenty of subs, which will impact it.
Card, maybe, yeah.
5 minutes. But yeah, Rio's on. It's no wonder, kid. People need the ball back. Oh, well done, Gravenberch. That's great. That's it. Come on, like, spread it out. Make the pitch big. There's one for Szoboszlai to run into. Good God, it was a bit of a hospital ball from Robbo, but he manages to recover it.
80%.
Good Lord. Bradley. Frimpong now. Very wide on the right-hand side. Go on, Connor's going to give him that ball on the outside. He's not going to use it. He's going to go to Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. Now here's Rio. He'll have a run. You know he will. Up against Kyle Walker. Dribbling, tried to give him go. Tight. It's all right. Reset, go again. Szoboszlai. I just don't want to see fucking aimless chipped crosses into the box here, Steve. You're going to do it, just pump it in there. Here we go, Mo. King of the pointless chipped cross into the box.
5 minutes.
5 minutes of additional time. We're 15 seconds into that now. This is the football match again, ladies and gentlemen. We're in injury time and Liverpool are level. Can they grab yet another late winner in the Premier League? Or have they gone to the well one too many times? We shall see. Salah. He's got runners. Uses them. Oh, Bradley let it run, but he's managed to pick the ball up. Gives it to Frimpong. Cross flick up, but not in a Liverpool favour. It's out for the moment.
I just thought I was going to fall to Bradley to score, and it just went past. I was up.
Just hesitated a moment, and whether that's because he didn't think he could get on it and allowed himself that recovery time, but still, here we go. Szoboszlai, Rio and Gamoa. Again, up against Kyle Walker. Again goes inside. He finds a man in Chiesa. Gakpo got ahead and it was weak as anything. And Dubravka will claim that and use all of his seconds.
I think he was offside as well. A slot doesn't like that was only 5 minutes. He was arguing there. Can't believe it was only 5 minutes, he just said.
Van Dijk with the header up. Robertson. Oh, silly. Bring it down.
Don't foul. No fouls.
Yeah. That's ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Well done. Get the ball. Take it quickly. Okay, Van Dijk now trying to get Liverpool up the pitch.
He wants a pass. He's
he
needs
a pass. Bradley now. Gravenberch. Robertson. Over to Rio again. That's it. Keep doing that. Robertson on the outside. Rio and Gamoa. That is a hell of a ball to Jeremy Frimpong. Good save. Good save down the throat of Martin Dubravka. Great play from Gamoa there. Wonderful picked out pass. Just maybe dwelt on it a moment too long, Steve. I don't know. Just hit it first time.
Yeah, I think he's right to take the touch. It's a good ball by Rio.
It was. It really was.
You're right. It was straight at him. The angle was tight. Corner though.
Corner ball. Robertson's going to take the in-swinger this time. They're actually not crowding the goalkeeper. It means there's going to be some late runs in here. That's a terrible corner from Robertson. Near post and slammed clear. Alisson's going to pick it up.
Let's just play. No, we don't need to go long yet. Let's just play.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just work it wide. Frimpong. He's got Bradley with him. Come on, what can you do, mate? Handball.
Handball! Penalty! It's Hannibal with the handball. As luck would have it.
Holy shit!
Handball.
Handball. Oh my good God almighty. Scott Parker is as stunned as I was. Somehow Hannibal has but yeah, still not working.
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Is he let's just check everything on the VAR. Let's see. He's in the box. Oh, it's clearly handball.
Yeah, he turns his back on it.
Come on, Mo, for God's sake, Mo.
Mo Salah has stayed on the pitch despite having one of the all-time worst Mo Salah performances. Is it inside the box? There's a little shot.
Definitely.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, come on.
Oh, Mo, we've got to score, mate.
Here we go.
I'm so nervous.
Oh, my God. Why do I feel like this in the 4th game of the season away at Burnley? Football is the answer to the question. Big shout out for the partners. Oosh.co.uk. Get involved with them by scanning the QR code. Mo Salah steps up to win the game for Liverpool. This is it. We're in the final minute of injury time. Can he do it?
Come on, Mo.
Come on, Mo.
Learn his lesson. Come on, Mo.
Come on, Mo.
Please, Mo. Please, Mo. Please, Mo.
Yes! The Egyptian king hands all 3 points to Liverpool. My good God, has he been off the boil today and arguably all season so far. But he is the man on the spot when it was needed to give the decisive touch and hopefully give Liverpool 3 massive points against Burnley.
And Liverpool's Egyptian king, honestly, he's had an absolute stinker. And I'll be honest, I was nervous. I've seen him miss penalties already this season. It's been poor in pre-season. But my God, Mo Salah, when Liverpool needed him most, that's an absolute thunderbolt.
Yeah. And made sure, and there must have been a temptation there to do something different. They're the ones where just step up, web it, mate.
Tell you what, Paul, he looks emotional again.
He does. I said this before. There's something not right about Salah, and understandably so.
Great penalty.
Yeah,
great
absolutely
penalty.
Unsavable. Just powers that one. He's gone for pace. Keep it under the bar and slam it home. And look, Burnley have had a game plan. Burnley have enacted that game plan brilliantly. But you know what undoes that game plan?
Mistakes.
Handballing it inside your penalty area. Wow.
And like I say,
again, we've left it
What
late.
I would say, Liverpool stayed patient. They stayed true to themselves. And in the end, again, Frimpong it is who wins the penalty. It's a poor decision for Burnley, and twice in a couple of weeks now they've just given them stupid late penalties the way they did it against Manchester United. That's ridiculous, right, Hannibal? You know, it's just an absolute crazy decision. But this is what happens down to 10, and
you created the environment where you make silly decisions because you're under pressure, because we've got them penned in. We've made those decisions. Slot's gone ball with the substitutions. Frimpong's the substitute who's come in there. Yeah. He's tried for the cross, and Hannibal's lost his head and made a silly decision because we've got them penned in their 18-yard box. Yeah. If it sounds like I'm really clutching at straws here for positives for Liverpool, maybe I am. But right now, Liverpool are about to take all 3 points home. 100% record to start the season. A clean sheet for Liverpool as well. And the Reds somehow come away with 3 points. Mo Salah, the man on the spot.
So sort of about me and you doing these watch-alongs with the late winners and stuff like that. It's fascinating. What I would say, Liverpool again, they remained playing football. The manager gambles on his subs. The red card, of course, helps, but in the end, we were saying all the time, it's going to take a bit of magic or a mistake from them because they defended. To be fair, the game plan worked, and we were struggling and we weren't quite at it. But all it takes is 1 second. It takes a moment of madness or someone to do something genius. And Hannibal, as like a handball, he's walking off. He's distraught. He knows it's happened, and yeah, he knows it's a bad decision. But listen, mate, Liverpool are top of the league, the only unbeaten side, the only side with 4 wins out of 4.
Yeah.
They're probably not out of second gear yet. There's plenty more to come from them. We know that. But listen, if you can't be good, be lucky.
And again, look, I say this, is right. Look, Liverpool needs to stop winning games in injury time. They need to start winning games in the fullness of 90 minutes so you can get yourself some more breathing room. But actually, we've constructed this squad, and you're right. They've kept brave, they've kept to themselves, they've kept going, and they've got the win. Michael Oliver, thank you so much to the best referee.
I was about to say, do you mean the referee giving the handball on the red card? What do you mean the super chat?
Thank you so much for your donation to Liverpool season.
We need to add man of the match, have a little
yes,
fun.
Absolutely.
Shall we play?
It's a tough one. What? Oh,
Oof, look at that.
Oosh. Who's our Oosh player of the match? Do you want me to? I'll ask you, because you've been doing all the hosting and you've been asking me for my thoughts. Go on, who's been Liverpool's best player today?
I think Szoboszlai's had a good game again.
Okay.
I think I don't think there was an outstanding performer on the pitch. I think both the centre halves were excellent.
Yeah.
Even though in a game where they really did nothing, you know, they just kept the door shut and kept it simple. Gakpo was probably our most consistent threat, but what was the net result of that threat? I'm not certain. So I will go. Yeah.
I would say Gravenberch. If I don't want to steer you towards anyone.
No.
But I think Gravenberch was the one who he closed that, stopped everything that they did really in attack. He got us out of tricky positions. He beat his man a couple of times. Listen, it wasn't great for Liverpool. Don't beat it out in the bush. Liverpool didn't play particularly well, but they're the type of games you can lose 1-0 if you just you give the ball in stupid areas, you don't pin them in. So I'd probably edge it towards Gravenberch.
Van Dijk, I think, actually, because which I say is mad to think about a game that you just won 1-0 to a penalty in Burnley where they'd done nothing, but everything they did was kick it long, and Van Dijk won all his headers and he won half of Canate's as well.
He did. Canate was good as well. Liverpool centre-backs were good. Fair play to the manager as well for the subs and stuff like that. So are we agreeing on Gravenberch?
I'm happy to give it to Gravenberch. I think it's slim pickings, if I'm being perfectly
honest.
I think there's nothing between Gravenberch and Szoboszlai in terms of outfield performance. I thought they both were really good for the standard of the game. Or Virgil Canate, they were the players who played well for us today.
That goal as well takes Salah full time in the Premier League now.
It does. Above Andrew Cole, is that right? Finally clear of him.
It's Shearer, Kane, Rooney, I think I'm right in saying.
Yeah, keep an eye on our socials as well for some wonderfully pre-prepared graphics on the off chance that
Get on us being prepared. Get on us. It's a new season, folks. The Redmen TV have actually got some of the ducks in a row. Shout out to the new social setup we've got. Yeah, they're doing a cracking job.
100%. Keep your eyes peeled to the full gamut of Redmen TV this evening. There'll be loads on our socials, of course. There is an extra show. Me and you, we're going to go and do player rankings over on redmenplus.com. So if you want to head over to there and support everything we do here on YouTube, the free stuff on YouTube only exists because of our wonderful subscribers over on redmenplus.com. So if you're feeling good and generous, and also you just want loads of extra content, we're not giving, do nothing for nothing, come and join us for that ranking show. You can vote in that right now over on Twitter as well, on the Redmen TV Twitter. If you want an amazing Prem Champs 20 GTA inspired Liverpool mug, you can go to redmenmerch.com for that. Go on, do it again. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful stuff. That is absolutely stupendous. And of course, huge thanks to our partners, oosh.co.uk. Prize draw to win hospitality tickets to Liverpool Atletico. Last chance saloon on that one. So click the link in the description underneath. Right. Thank you so much. Keep your eyes peeled for some stuff from Chloe from the ground as well. I imagine the let-off would have been pretty good for that one. So other than that, I'm Paul Machin, Steve Hoare. You guys have been absolutely fucking amazing, even though the Reds at times were a bit poo.